Hello, this is Tijuana, the All Around Natural Beauty RN, and thank y'all for coming out to the edition, the second edition of the All Around Natural Beauty RN show. And thank y'all so much. This channel is dedicated to all of us victims who are striving to be survivors, and we are so excited to be actually fulfilling all this good stuff. Thank y'all. I was counting on this here. Thank you. Jackie Barty was here, the first one here. Thank you, Jackie. I hope y'all hitting that like button too on your way up in here. All right. Thank y'all so much for coming in here. And that's me. Hey to Jackie. All right, Arnisha Cage, what's going on? Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. And welcome back for those of you who did have an opportunity to see me this afternoon and the whole little thing. I got some updates to let y'all know what that whole thing was about. What's up? MX says, let's try this again. Yeah, I was, yeah. Thank y'all so much for I was trying something. Anyway, it's a learning experience, right? Y'all know this is all new for me. Like I said, November 26th was my debut to this whole thing. And now I have a chat here full of beautiful people. Welcome y'all, beautiful and beauties, to the All Around Natural Beauty RN channel here, where we've grown and learning together as a group here. JP6 says, hello, my good people. Howdy, and welcome. Yes, thank y'all for coming in here, hitting that like button on your way up in here. Baby sis, what's going on, baby sis? Let's see, yeah, baby sis got her wrench up in here. What's going on? Got the people up in the hizzy, and thank y'all for showing up. Yes, beautiful Arnisha. Yeah. So I'm just excited. Today, we're just going to take it kind of easy here because, here's another person from the past. Yeah, you was one before. What's up, Bougie Barbie? What's going on? Long time no see. Glad to see you back up in here. Yep. All right. Oh, Julia, thank you so much. I'm not going to be able to commit to keeping it on all night. Y'all know, but for those of you who don't know me, I'm 52 years old, and I'm a divorced mother of 3 adult children, 2 boys and 2 girls. I'm sorry, 2 boys and 1 girl. That makes 3. Yeah. And I have over 30 years of nursing experience. That's the job. That was my career that I'm retired from. And that's my experience. So I'm here representing from the Gen X people, because we Gen X people, we got all the answers, y'all. We was back there in the 70s and the 80s when we was just doing the thing. We the test model kids. We the test dummy kids, the crash test dummy kids. We was the latchkey kids. You know, we had the little key around the neck. We from that generation. I'm from that generation. So that's my spiel right there. Let's see here. Hello. Thank y'all for coming up in here. What's new, RN? Yeah, so the new thing is that, so there's this thing about some, what's new? What's new is this whole thing. This whole experience is totally new, and I'm enjoying it. Look at MMAC giving me another little taste. All right, so you see, MMAC says, take it off. Okay. I'm just saying, the reason why I was saying that I'm not going to agree to say that it'll stay on the whole night, because y'all know that this middle age thing, a hot flash can come at any moment, and I will be sweltering and I'll be peeling off the layers. But I'll just wait until I get cold, MMAC. You'll just have to wait to possibly, I don't know how long I'll be able to hold down this hot flash, but I don't know. I've been cold lately. We don't know. MMAC. Bougie Bar says, oh, thank you. Yep, you're welcome. I miss y'all so much. And hey, what's up, Gin Juice? Hey, beautiful. Yes. Oh, Courtney, hello. Justice for Shanquilla. Yes, Courtney is our lead person here with the Justice for Shanquilla. I'm super duper loving this whole thing. This whole experience is just making me warm inside. So you may get your wish in Mac shortly. But anyway, so here we go. Hot flashes are the antichrist. I know. And the sad thing is that like lately it's been really cold. It's been really cold, and I have this a little electric jacket. This little jacket got a battery in it, so you press a button and get warm up, right? I love the jacket. When I was working, my last, work, and I worked the night shift as a nurse, and we do 12-hour nights. So there comes a time in the middle of the night, no matter how much rest you got, that you're gonna get sleepy and cold. So some nurses would have these little electric heaters. Y'all know full well we ain't supposed to be having them little plug-in heaters. Get the jacket. Just get the jacket. Invest and get the jacket. I did use the heater at one point. That was years ago, but it's not right, y'all. Just go ahead and order the jacket. I should put the link down up in there. It's a nice jacket. Anyway, so yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not right. You're not supposed to do that. But anyway, so I've been cold recently. However, y'all know that these hot flashes are transient. They will come and go. So same here. Okay, so you know about that, huh? It's a trip. It's like trying to explain hot flashes. It's like trying to explain contractions when you're having labor, right? You won't know until you actually experience one of them what the whole thing is about, right? Because I remember when I was in my younger years, before this thing happened, when I would see the older women doing all of this, I was like, oh, don't even take all that. But fast forward, when you get it, then you like, yes, that it does do something. I don't know what, but it does something. It does something. And then peeling off all your clothes is the other thing that helps. So I'm excited because today I was trying to, I've been getting a lot of people giving me information on other victims and stuff. And so today I was testing out something, and a few of y'all happened to come over there when YouTube shut me down. They shut me down. They shut me down. They shut me down for a moment. And I had no clue I was going on, y'all. Y'all missed a good one. Y'all missed a good one. And then I happened to look over in the chat and y'all talking over there. I'm like, what's going on? Y'all dropping videos in the middle of my live stream? And that's when they informed me that, I got shut down. I was shut down. And I found out what it was. So it was the one video that I was sharing. Wasn't one that they didn't want me to share in that video. Yes. Okay. What did she say? I didn't even read this one. JP6 says, I hope the infamous 6 get their just desserts. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah. I did see, I think tonight, HelluvaChic. She's we're gonna highlight a few of her videos. Nice. Yep. A few of her stuff. Yep. I'm just excited. I'm excited that things are going good. I'm excited about the new year. Yeah, we about to go into 2023. And one of the great things that I'm super excited about is that this year I chose to make a voice, to open and lift my voice for victims all around, starting with myself, because most of the time we victims have been conditioned to keep the secret of the abusers, which keeps us in a victim state. So that's how we're able to be adults, and we continue to draw people in our lives that continue to victimize us. It's because of that. So it's all about healing. And the first step to healing is acknowledgement. So you got to acknowledge that you have the wound so you can, cleanse it up, clean it up, and fix it up and heal it. Yeah. Heal it up nicely. All right. And what Courtney said here Courtney said, I get them and I'm only 29. Oh, that's so sad, because then you just get double punishment, right? Because you probably get cramps too when you get your money. That's the other good bonus about the whole hot flashes. Like, I'd rather trade a couple of transient hot flashes than, a whole week once a month. I don't miss that at all. All right. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate Everybody. So Bougie Barbie said it is unusually hot. Yeah, where you at? Because it's been cold out here. And then next week, we're looking forward to more coldness. So, hey, okay, a new name here. Leela Morris says, where you get that jacket from? I got this jacket in Hollywood in like 2018. I don't remember the store. I was out there and some little, trendy type of some store down in Hollywood. Yeah. Thank you very much for inquiring about it. Yeah, inquiring minds want to know. Let's see what. Queen Bee says, hi, everyone. I hope and pray all is well with you. And we have roses to the chat. And that's what we do here for our beauties and beautifuls here at the All Around Natural Beauty RN channel, where we are here about healing with love for self first. And then that's how we're able to help other people. Like I always say, when you get on the airplane, they always tell you to put your oxygen mask on first before you try to help the person next to you. And that's because if you are fumbling around trying to help somebody else out, you're going to pass out from lack of oxygen. Then they're going to pass out because they were counting on you to be able to help them out. So the best thing that you could do for anybody is to do what's best for you. Put your oxygen on, get your life together, heal your pain, right? So that way you can be an example of what a healthy, healed individual looks like. And that's how you help other people, by being an example, walking in it, walking in your healing and your growth and all that good stuff. Jinju says, okay, laughing. All right. And see, Babesy says, I'd rather have my cycle back. These hot flashes feel like slow death. Oh, I don't know. I enjoyed, not having the cycle. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I wouldn't. Nah. Okay, so Bougie Barbie says, no, I mean a hot flash feels unusually hot, uncomfortably hot. It does. The weird thing is it's not like it's hot on the outside. It's on the inside, right? It's like you're about to combust. So, the taking things off really doesn't help too much because the heat is on the inside. It's on the inside. And it's like a contraction. You know how it has that wave and then it gets to the peak and then it's the worst and then it kind of declines. That's how these hot flashes are, right? That's how they are. Like I can feel one when it's getting ready to come on and I'm trying to quickly run into a spot where I can, unrobe and get away from it, at least try to get some type of relief, to where I would pour water on myself, whatever it takes to cool off. Like, yes. Jinju said, I used to ask my daddy why my mama had her head in the refrigerator. And he said, be quiet and eat your dinner. I thought she was losing her mind. Yeah. Your daddy was a smart man. Yep. Leave your mama alone. Let her deal with them flashes. Let her deal with them flashes. So I'm excited. A lot of good stuff has been going on. Yep. Jinju says, this is a new name. Hey, welcome back. Jody Blake says, hey to everybody. So we are in for a very pleasing night tonight. And y'all know we're going to continue on with our acts of faith. This here's acts of faith, daily affirmations, and Arthur's Iana Von Zett, right? She, this is an old book. I started reading this back in 1995. Or maybe it was 95 or 96. Yeah. Anyway, so it's daily affirmations. And then there's, some really good positive stuff up in here. And we've been doing really good with that, to keep in this nice, peaceful energy, which is something I'm so proud of this chat because, we've been talking about some very heavy topics here. And we have been able to get through them in love and respect for one another. Mm-hmm. All right. Yes. So without further ado, okay, we got us another little new one here. LT Jones. Hello. I read it in 96. Okay. Yeah. She was, at that time before Oprah and all that, she was, famous author, a Yoruba priest, and she had other books too, all really good self-love, self-help book for black women in America, just colored people in general. It wasn't even really women focused. It was more, for, and y'all know her now from, she had a TV show, Fix My Life. She was, she was featured on Oprah show for, a good little while before Dr. Phil came in there or whatever, or one of those during that time. Anyway, Acts of Faith. So today, what is today? The 19th. Let's see. Oh, I hope I read this one today. Baby C says, I like the TV show. Yes. I got sober in 96. All right. I was a self-help junkie. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was really off into a lot of self-help and stuff too. Yeah. Good for you. All right. All right. That is so excellent. Yep, because there's strength in that. It's strength in that. Here we go. We got a strong group here. Courtney Taylor says, check out Sleuthy Lucy. She has a good video on Shanquilla. Okay, cool. Thank you, Courtney. All right, cool. Because we got some little short ones. Sleuthy Lucy. I think we've seen her videos too before. We'll make sure we check her out. Okay, so our act of faith. Oh, this is the wrong date. All right. Our acts of faith for December the 19th is, I wish I knew how customs got started. It would make it easier to stamp them out. And that's by Martin Lane. And Iana says, right now in the midst of this so-called recession, many people are still able to and do demonstrate wealth and abundance. These individuals have overcome the dominant thoughts and beliefs of the mass consciousness that money is in short supply. Unfortunately, many people still believe they can't live day to day. They won't make it through the week. They can't make ends meet. They don't know how. They don't know what to do to get some of this shrinking money supply. Many people who believe this way are colored people of color, excuse me. We have been duped into believing we will never be self-supporting, self-sufficient, capable of standing on our own. We are dependent on the system to get better. Give us a break, take care of us. Many of us still believe the system can and will provide economic healing. The economic healing we need. Until today, now hear this. God does not have a money problem. Everything God made is self-sufficient, including you. If you want to know what to do about money, ask God. And then the affirmation is, Dear God, thank you for providing my every need. Right? Okay, that was a good one there. And the amazing thing is that we was reading this back in 1996, right? And listen to how relevant it still is today. We're talking about the recession. Okay, so do y'all see, like, life is a cycle, right? So that's why with age comes wisdom, because we've been here a while to see all these cycles, and we know, like, it's the same thing going to happen. It's even the Bible say there's nothing new under the sun, right? So once you accept that, then life really gets easy. All you have to do is just find out the cycles and where you're at in the cycles, then you get in. It's like surfing, right? You got to wait for that wave. But the good thing is that, everything, there's nothing new under the sun. You just wait. It's going to, spring, summer, winter, and fall, it's all going to keep coming back around. So if you messed up, this spring, next spring that's coming up, you'll be able to, you'll get another try, right? Just like I say, if you wake up the next day, then you have an opportunity to try again, right? Because you are here. All right, so, okay, let me just find Courtney's video here. How y'all doing tonight? And let me go and get on out of this. I ain't gonna even fake the funk. And it's here, in case I need it later. In case I need it later if I start to get cold. Woo, okay. So yeah, I should have did that a little bit earlier because now it feels like it's coming. Ooh, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Blessed. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm feeling blessed too. You know, this, like I said, this has been some heavy stuff we talking about up in here. And I'm grateful that we able to, you know, lift each other up. Lift each other up. Jinju said we should call them the treacherous six instead of the Cabo six because it feels like they've been honored as heroes by calling them the Cabo six. Yeah. Or call them Lucifer six siblings. Yes. I agree with you, Jinju. I do agree with you. And so hopefully these updates gonna give us some type of good stuff. Alive, see. And MMAX says, yes, I feel better now. Oh, stop. Okay, so let me see here. Let me find our first video. And then while we watching that, I'm gonna look up Courtney's video. She always gives us some good selections here. Let's see our voice. Let's see. Oh no, I want somebody else. You see here, this here. Here we go. This is what I'm. Is it? Yeah. We want the HelluvaChic here. Ooh, look at y'all over here. All right. She says true. Hey, Juliana Lopez. Hello, hello. I love you too. Love you too. Thank you so much. All right. And see, baby sis says, I want to call them their prison numbers. That's funny. We only got one set of numbers though, right? And see here. Shout out Jen Juice Queen B. What's going on? All right, so let me get this screen share for our first video. And this here is going to be from one of our repeat content creators, HelluvaChic, and she be giving some hell of a videos. So we about to check out this here HelluvaChic here. All right, let's see here. All right, HelluvaChic, let's see what you got to say here. This video is called Video Filmed by Shanquella Robinson. All right, this one might be a little heavy, y'all. But it's 10 hours ago, so it's recent. So, okay, we got to do it, y'all. Y'all ready? Here we go. Hey, the 90s, baby.
What's good, guys? Today is Saturday, December the 17th, 2022. This video will be regarding the Shanquella Robinson case. And specifically, I wanted to take a look at the video that was shot inside of Villa Linda 32 by Shanquella Robinson, where the Cabo Six are all sitting around this table, and get into what exactly we learned from this video. And I also want to bring up one point, and this to me is the mystery in this case. What caused Dejanay Jackson to attack Shanquella Robinson?
Good question.
Because we do not know for a fact what caused this. We've heard many things. We've heard Winter Donovan, who you have to take what she says with a grain of salt because she's already lied about the biggest thing. She lied about the alcohol poisoning. And she lied right to Miss Salamondra Robinson's face, mind you.
Yeah.
As well as her family. So can we really take what she says to be of any value? I don't know. But what she said, and she put it so foully, and I'm not going to say it verbatim, but basically what she said was that Shanquella had done some dumb shit.
Yeah, I heard that.
And that's all she said about it. Let's take a look at this video in its entirety first.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Down,
You know,
up.
you weren't working on upper
Down,
body,
up.
you was working out. Come on, let's see what you got with you. What is that? Recorded. Man, these people here.
Come on, these scrabble cards. Now, there's a couple of reasons why this video is so important. The first part is it shows the interactions and the vibe, if you will, between.
Yeah, remember I told y'all they were setting the scene, so they playing the setting the scene for they already the lie that they're gonna tell about the alcohol poison. See, we was playing the drinking game. We was just getting drunk. They just showing all the stuff like, look at us, we just tossing it up. Woo hoo hoo, let's drink it up, right? So this here gives validity to their story when they say that later that Shanquilla died of alcohol poison. See, we got proof. We was playing the game all night. That's what we was doing.
Between the group. And I want to make mention, and I'm going to play this little piece. When Shanquella addresses Dejanay when she's in the floor doing these push-ups, you can tell that Shanquella is picking at Dejanay, and probably rightly so. She's making fun of her about the push-ups. And then she looks over at Winter and she kind of cheers her on. And I'm sure that made Dejanay mad. But my thing in all of this is she calls her Dej. So she was at least on that type of friendship level with her where she didn't call her Dejanay, she called her Dej. And also, when you think about this, would you like full on fight your friend? I've tried to put myself in this position many times, just in my mind's eye.
But what if she called? Because I heard her. She called her Deja. She didn't say Dejanay, but she's called her Deja. Sometimes you meet people and their name is so long. Because we were under the impression that she was friends with just the Khalid dude, and everyone else were just kind of acquaintance or maybe connected through the other guy. So sometimes people have those long names and you may kind of shorten it a little bit, like or maybe mess it up. So I don't know if they were necessarily like friends. Let's see here. TJ Terrence James, that wasn't a nose. Are you talking about that Pinocchio? It wasn't. Let's see. TJ says 2 men on the floor. No. Deja. Okay. Yeah. Y'all. Come. Okay. Here we go back on this here. Here we go.
Of me and my friend having gotten to a point that was so bad that my friend felt like she had to put her hands on me.
Yeah, she wasn't no friend.
And I can't get there. I just can't get there in my mind. But I'm thinking, even if she did, would I full on fight her back? I don't know. I really don't know. So that's always something that's kind of stuck in the back of my mind. So I don't think it's so much that Shanquella wasn't a fighter, but maybe she didn't want to fight Dejanay for whatever reason.
I don't fight that big girl
either. That doesn't make her weak because she didn't fight back. That does not make her weak. It's not a negative thing. That's just how I see it. But I'm going to play this little clip so you can at least hear what I'm talking about and how Shanquella kind of picks at Dejanay.
Deja, we know you weren't working on upper body when you was working out. Come on, let me see what you got with you.
Now, see, she got an arch in her back, all right? So that, probably highly unlikely that that's not, that's a female right there. Got an arch in the back. Y'all see that?
Now, we can hear that, Shanquella is not being real serious with Dejanay.
TJ.
So regardless, she did pick at her. And we don't know if Dejanay Jackson.
And the Dejanay, on the other hand.
And this may be one little jab that Shanquella got in talking about her upper body. Regardless, though, another thing that we got from this video is the fact that this group of people are playing charge it to the game. And I'm not talking about Silk the Shockers, charge it to the game. I'm talking about the card game, charge it to the game. Because Shanquella shows us a couple of cards from that game. Okay. So that's what they were playing. And we've heard the rumors that this animosity that Dejanay had towards Shanquella came from this card game. Now, I can tell you from experience that this card game does have some pretty bold stuff in there. Okay? But it is
I never heard of this game.
That's no BS. It is a fun game. But there are some things in there that are pretty wild. Okay. So
we played Truth or Dare back in my day.
That this game was being played as well. And if you've got somebody that has even the slightest amount of jealousy towards you, as I suspect that Dejanay Jackson had towards Shanquella Robinson for a multitude of reasons, maybe that is what set Dejanay off. Okay, that could be it. But I have a feeling that it runs deeper, and I have a feeling that it's bred in nothing but envy.
Yep, that's what we've been saying.
I think that Dejanay was probably very jealous of Shanquella's success.
Yep.
And anything above and beyond that was just more fuel thrown on the fire. So, but also what we learned from this video is the fingernails. And I've spoke about that before. But we were able to see from the video, the initial video that was shot.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, some pretty long arms there. Pretty long arms.
In the bedroom where Shanquella was staying, where they came in there and woke her up and attacked her, we can see that the person to the right of the person that's recording their video that we're watching.
Oh, okay, there you go. Right here. Here's the phone. Sometimes, I'm old, y'all don't be seeing all the little details, but here go the phone right there. So the person is not FaceTime anybody because there's the image of the recording. They're just recording. But I can't really tell like whose fingernails those are. So, I know people are saying that these are somebody's nails. I honestly, I can't tell that. I can't tell that at all. Wow.
They have on white fingernails.
Okay.
And if you go back to this video in the villa, you can see that Winter has on white fingernails.
Okay. Yeah.
Dejanay has on white fingernails.
Oh, but
Dejanay doesn't matter.
Yeah,
because Dejanay, we know where she was in the video. We know where she was. We can account for her.
Yeah.
Wow. But Elise also had white nails. Even if they were tips, they were still white.
I can't see.
But there was a lot of things that we learned from just this video. A very small clipping. And who knew how important that clip would be? How it aged. And it aged well. It has proven to have aged well.
Wow.
Because we learned a lot from it. But I specifically wanted to highlight Dejanay's interaction with Shanquella, because it seems like, this is just me. It just seems like there's something there, even in this short clip, between the two of them.
Yeah, you can.
And so I just wanted to bring that to the channel. And because I haven't showed this video, I try to get everything so that I can go back and look at stuff.
Yeah, we
and
appreciate
I can use my own channel to do that. I know where it's at. I know where it's filed. I know what playlist it's in.
Thank you.
So I can go back and find what I need to find.
You have helped us tremendously.
So this is me putting this video in the time capsule, because it can prove to be very valuable down the road. Because we will eventually find out what caused this. And We do know that Winter is a liar. She lied to Miss Salamondra.
Yeah.
Nasir is a liar because he acted like he didn't know nothing about nothing.
But this, to me, gives more credence to the fact that it was planned, right? Because if this kind of like just spur of the moment happened, how big of, I mean, how do you get everybody to agree to the, to the cover up, right? That's, this, if this just kind of like, oops, we went too far or something like that, if it just kind of happened, how do you get everybody to be in agreement with the cover up? Unless y'all had already planned, y'all was already on one accord before y'all entered up in there. All right, yes. So a baby sis says all of them had out of the ordinary names. Yeah, I know, hun. That is true. Dejanae is almost a whole foot taller than Shanquilla and at least 50 pounds heavier. I know. That's horrible too there. Hey, Bash Shanti Thompson says hello, and hello to you also. TJ says, Dejanae always does an overly feminine pose. Okay. And Max said, in my experience, I've seen family and friends fight 10 times quicker than versus a stranger. Eternally, people believe fighting fam and friends come with boundaries, meaning a stranger is more capable of unaliving you. Yes. Yeah. And then according to her dad, they weren't real friends because he didn't know them. Excuse me, y'all. He didn't know any of them. Hey, Lakeisha, that game is dangerous. My whole family got in a big fight playing it. Really? Wow. And I could kind of hear the caution in HelluvaChic's voice about the game. Even though she, thought the game was fun, you could still hear like the, caution in her voice regarding the game. So thank you for saying that, Lakeisha. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't want to play a game like that or even recommend it for you to play a game like that because alcohol is, it changes the energy of people. Like some people, when they get drunk, they do, and they cry or maybe they laugh. Some people get belligerent and want to fight or want to create mischief and want to be destructive when they get drunk. The ones that get drunk and got to go off on everybody talking, that person. Everybody knows who I'm talking about, that one, right? So alcohol, I wouldn't want to mix any type of games with alcohol because of the deadly consequences with it, even being drinking and driving, or just like what I just described, somebody being uninhibited to, let this unleash the demon, unleash the demon. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend playing any type of alcohol games. The nurse says no. Safety first, right? It's not safe to play alcohol games. All right. Okay, cool. Baby sis says, I've never heard of that game. Wouldn't want to play it. Yes. I'm saying, this new young people stuff. Like I said, we played Truth or Dare, maybe Spin the Bottle, but no, it really was just Truth or Dare. But and maybe, yeah, it was none of this kind of stuff like that. Yeah. I feel, for this whole new young people stuff, like it's really sad for them. Really sad for them. Like no, nothing to be left to the imagination. Everything is just so explicit and out there to where, y'all just, what does it take to get you off? What does it take? All right, so let me see here. I'm gonna put this video from Courtney. Let me get her up here because she is always excellent for recommending some good content. Is that right? What I got up there? Oh, here y'all go over here. All right, misbehaving. Hi, hey, how you doing? That's right. And see here, Delisha Spam says, good evening. And good evening to you too. And Risha says, playing that game is like playing the Ouija board. You don't touch it. On the way it sounds. Wow. And because somebody else was up here, a couple weeks ago talking about some, mystical type of, stuff like that too. Yeah, Ouija board type stuff like that. Yeah. Charlene Noble says they all were in agreement to take Shanquella out because Khalid promised to pay each one a large sum of money, means as a result of his robbing her. What? That is what I believe. All right, Charlene. You see, wait, who did you say he was? Khalid. Okay, yeah, that's plausible because since he was the one that was, the friend that was in with the family, had, went on vacation and stuff with them. Okay. And Arnisha, says, I never heard of that game myself, but the way this lady is talking about it on the video, it's scary. Yeah, it was kind of making my heart a little jumpy too, like, especially to be playing it in in another country in this big old villa with, yeah, I feel you on that one. What's up, Regiment 65? We used to play quarters. I don't know quarters. Which one is that? Ernie says, justice for Shanquella. Thank you so much, Ernie, for keeping us on track with justice for Shanquella. I need to find Sloop Lucy. Let me keep looking. Let's see here. Okay. What's up, Shay? Hi, beautiful people. Hello. And thank y'all so much for hitting that like button on your way in here. See, Farnida Nakinima. All right, hopefully. I just want to hear that they are in prison. Yes, that's what we are all hoping and praying for and meditating on and believing for. Yep. MX says, no one with an ounce of sense would record and share a premeditated unaliving. Or what if it was a premeditated ritual? Right? What if it was a premeditated ritual and they all participated in it? Ounce. And see, Ernie says, Kali is the mastermind behind this. I was feeling that way too. Baby sis says, NMAC, I agree with you. They only plan to humiliate her beyond measures. They're too dumb to plot offing somebody. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, let's get to the next video then. So, because I think this here, we're gonna uncover some stuff here, and then I need to go back and find maybe this one here wrong. Get that out there for our next video. What you saying over here, Queen Bee? Let me see here. Queen Bee says, I heard somewhere Kylie knew Quilla's passcode to her bank account as well, allegedly, justice for Shanquella. I think I heard that in a video today too. That sounds, yeah. Passcodes to the phone, I think is what I remember hearing. It was passcode to the phone. All right, so here is. Is that the one we just did? Yeah, we just did that one. My bad. My bad. All right, so here is our next one. Is this the one I want to do? Let me see here. Yeah, it's 11 minutes. This one is dedicated to Gin Juice. This here. All right, this one here is going to be from one of our new people here. Misbehave said, I wish alcohol didn't exist. So many people have been hurt or killed. I agree with you too. And it's so toxic on the body, like I said, 30 years of nursing, and the way the people come in there that abuse alcohol, your liver's all messed up. It's a horrible way to go. They have all kind of issues and stuff like that. It's, and then, we have to help them get off of it. They can't just quit cold turkey because they'll have a seizure and, expire, right? So they have to, those DTs are real too, y'all. Yeah, alcohol is poison. It's horrible. It's just it's toxic to the body. It's not good. And Ernie said, you hit the nail on the head. It's going to get darker as this case unfolds. I agree. I really do. That's why I'm glad that we're doing this together, right? So that's why it's important that we, stick together and lift our voices and stuff too, because this is scary. And this is how, these abusers want us. They want us to be scared so we can stay to ourselves and not say anything. But we are not about moments of silence. We are about moments of speaking where we're speaking out the names of victims. We're speaking out the names of abusers. And that's what we're doing over here. No more moments of silence. Charlene says, they all were supposed to have acquired degrees from college. Are those the kind of empty minds college is producing nowadays? College is to make one a better person. Yeah. But y'all have to realize that the people that are wicked like that, that's just the way they are. I had did that one live on that one kid that had unalived his mama, and then we went back in a little rabbit hole. We was talking about the bad seed, the good son, and other kids that did, been doing this stuff today. They was born that way. Some people are just bad seeds, right? Some people are just born bad, and that's just how it is. What's up, Tamika? Tamika, I'm sorry. Hello and blessings to all beauties. So our next video is about 11 minutes long, and this here is, it looks like from a guy that we already saw, but maybe he has 2 channels because this is a different name. But this here my gin and juice tribute. He be getting raw. He gets it with his. Here we go. So this one, he's called himself Barbershop Talk TV, and this here is entitled "Kali Cook was jealous of Shanquella." And he, I guess, is saying that, Kali's the ringleader. So who just said that? Somebody just said that over there. All right, so here we go. Been confirmed here. Affirmed. Oops.
It's fixing. Malik Dyer.
That's 12 hours ago, so it's recent video.
This boy was jealous of Shanquella. This boy was jealous of Shanquella. Who does that? Where do he do that at?
Yeah.
You get an insight of him when you listen to the sister interview. This guy knew the codes to the girl phone.
Okay, yeah.
This guy knew how the family moved. Yeah, Khalil Cook. This was him. Baby black. He knew how, say, for instance, the family moved. I can tell. The beginning, I wanted to come out and say that, but now a little time has went by. This guy seeing how the family moved. Let's say if the family wasn't getting along, if Quilla wasn't getting along with him, this guy went and mastered all of that right there. What makes a boy, because this is not a man, get so jealous? Well, okay, the next person with the bag. It's about the bag these days.
Wow.
Yes, but guess what? This guy need to turn his balls in. This guy need to be kicked in the marshmallows. Why can't he be kicked in the marshmallows? Khalil Cook need to be kicked in the marshmallows, y'all. He need to be kicked in the marshmallows. Going to Shanquella Mama house with that great line. Calling from Cabo. Oh, the girl's sick. We know how it go. We gotta keep it alive. We gotta keep it alive over here at Barbershop Talk TV. Some people say ain't nobody talking about it. So Khalil Cook need his marshmallows kicked in, And while they do it, they need to kick Malik Dyer's marshmallows in. That guy need to turn his balls in. What is it? Shanquella, you ain't gonna fight back. And guess what? Guess what? Malik didn't defend her. Malik sitting over there to the left with the camera phone or whatever hell he doing and not defending her. He can say whatever he want.
Yeah.
Malik, did you call Miss Robinson? What did you call and tell Miss Robinson, bro? Oh, Shanquella don't feel good. But did you tell her what was she drinking? Where was she at? Was she on the floor? Come on, man. No, he did not. And then this guy come back and fly back after all this. Say, for instance, 8 hours. This girl landed around the doctor. They get the doctor report. The doctor. Yeah. Of course. But didn't come back and tell the real story to the Robinsons, though. And see, here's the thing, though. He need to be glad that they didn't have no men in the family. That is what we could have called him on the second day. If I was Shanquella's cousin, you came over there, bro, I would have called you.
Yep, and remember, they was over at the mama's house, and the daddy was behind the scenes putting in some work over there, right? So and that's how this whole thing got started, was from her father, her dad.
On the second day out there in America, on the front porch, we would have turned over the damn ducks, the goose, whatever was in the yard. Would have told the yard, you would not have got to your car. This is not a threat. This is just saying, because I would have caught that, bro. I would have caught that. I'd have been hitting my black.
Yeah. Oops. I don't know if can I show him doing that?
I'd have been upset.
I would have
been sitting
tossed out of my life again.
Looking at this guy, and then before he got up, I would have clearly just walked to the door, act like I was just, upset, because that's where I'm going to catch him going out the door, because this guy right here, dog, it's foul. It's foul.
He right.
Why don't you call the mom, bro? Why don't you call the sister? And then what's crazy, the sister said this guy all out in Vegas last year, this time in October, with their family, though. Not even caring, though. And when you look at this picture that I'm going to put up, this guy don't care. Look the way you're looking at the family. Let's put it up there. This guy cannot care. Where's it at? Don't run. I got you. Don't try to hide, bro. Where? This guy did not care. Hang on one second.
All right.
Where's the picture?
At least I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, the picture, boom, right there with him standing with the family.
Yep, you can see the eyes. Look at he cutting his eyes at him. Wow. Let me see what he's saying.
And this guy feels some type of way. You mean to tell me you feel some type of way? Huh? And what's crazy with Khalil, this reminds me of female tendencies. This reminds me of female tendencies. Right? A female get a little angry and they start envy. Not knocking the females. This guy has some type of female tendencies.
Yeah, no knock.
Khalil Cook.
Yeah.
Did he get tired? I'm tired of Quilla. I guess he had to go ahead and get it over with in Cabo. Something boiled over where this guy was tired, though. And this guy had to keep the Quilla room. The Quilla definitely be in that room. Dude out in Cabo with the, say, for instance, the door open over there, the screen door, the sliding door.
Yeah.
We should be in her room with the door unlocked, that sliding door unlocked and everything new. We should be in that nude, or would Khalil have the key or the pass to get in her room to bring Cabo 6 in there, because they can't get ready. Khalil was ready. Malik was ready to sit right here. He wanted to see Shanquella fight back. Platts wanted to see Shanquella fight back, and that's why he needed his balls taken. I know about 2 or 3. It's crazy. This guy, I know about 2 or 3 people that want to throw hands with Platts. You ain't gonna hit back.
That's Malik.
Platts.
So everybody know that was him that said that, or I thought it was the Kali dude.
You is not gonna hit back, brother. Dang, you ain't gonna hit back. Platts was like hit back. Platts wanted to see a fight, and guess what? Khalil Cook didn't care. All of a sudden, Cabo 6 became his best friends over in Cabo. He was not loyal to say this is Robinson no more. As we see, we have to keep this alive out here in America, because they did that crazy mess and came back to America. We don't want to go be in America.
That's true. And y'all, look how long it's been, and they out here roaming around, still working. In the next video, I'm gonna show y'all, the other dude, Nazir, is, he's out there meeting girls and stuff. He's still living his best good life. Let's see here. Tamika says, that I do believe he was mad because she had 3 businesses. Yes. And, we was talking the other day about how important it is to make sure that you look, listening, and feeling for people's vibes, so you can know what it feels like somebody to be jealous of you, or somebody to have jealous energy. You want to know what that feels like, so you're not letting your guard down around somebody who is green with envy. You know what I mean? Because that can turn to hatred really quick. All right, Delisha, all right, says, yeah, he has 2 channels. Okay, the guy here. All right, because I'm gonna say, I think we saw one of his videos last week, and he had a different name that was dedicated to Gin Juice. But yeah, I like his commentary and his thoughts. Thank you so much for clarifying that for me. What's up, sunshine? Everyone, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Thank you. Christmas used to be a big thing back in my day. I don't know if they really do much with it now, since, I don't know. Do people still do? Yeah, I guess so. I see people putting up the lights and all that stuff. I don't know. Misbehaving says, are there any interrogation videos of any of them? I'm sure there's not, because, their detainment and all that stuff was supposedly into this whole Interpol, and it's supposed to be for the international stuff. And no, I haven't seen any videos, and I don't believe that there are any out there for it, because Mexico has some really strict laws that they're just putting out there as far as can't say nothing. So I don't believe that there are any videos if they have them in custody. All righty. Okay. Ernie says, and the hurtful thing to me is she was trying to help him by putting his clothing line on her website. Kylie is a poor excuse of a man, period. Good one, Ernie. Let's see. Regiment 65 said he gave them the side eye. Yeah, you see that? I totally saw that. He was looking at them like that. So for me, it seems like this whole plan was long time coming. Long time coming. Female tendencies, 100%, 100. All right. They look. He gave her and her mom on the side eye was so fake. I'm starting to believe he wanted her, and maybe because she wasn't interested in him and she was doing so great for herself. Yep. Who knows, why people are jealous and envy. And then to sit there and pretend to be a friend, for all this time, and you have these feelings towards people. That's why I'm telling y'all, it's got to be, important that you hone this organ as far as feeling stuff, this area here, your little solar plexus, learn how to turn it on and, beam the room out. Look at me, I'm a Care Bear. I'm beaming the room and I'm feeling for that type of energy. Like I said, you can feel if you come into a room and people were in there arguing before you got in there. If you come in there and everybody get quiet, you can still feel the tension in the air, and you would know that there's been some, some stuff happening up in there. You can feel it. You'll feel like you've walked into something like, okay, yeah, I can come back, y'all. I'll come back, You feel it, right? Because that's how tension and energy is. So what I'm saying is that, we want to be aware of the energy that we're around, because you don't want to, wake up and then it's right there next to you and it's something that you invited in, right? Hey, Joe Martell. Hello. NB, Natural Beauty Nurse. Thank y'all. I'm getting better with these, acronyms and all that good stuff. Hello, Natural Beauty Nurse. Be a minute. Heard the red file has been delivered. What? This will probably be the last Christmas she gets for a while. 20-year minimum term and up to 50. Homegirl will be snitching. Ooh, okay. So we got some new news up in here. All right. The red file. Okay. Regiment 65 said, did you see the video of the news reporter that caught up with Elise at her job? Yeah, we was playing that the other day. And we was kind of making a joke about it earlier today when saw somebody else running from the news people. But yeah. Courtney says, yes, Regiment 65. We was on that already. Hey, another new name, Dana Hall. Hello, welcome, Dana Hall. I like that, baby sis. Yes, okay. NMAX says, we can't forget prior to the attack being initiated, Dejanay told Quilla, I'm tired of your ish. Something was said, done between the others while Quilla was asleep. I agree, because it was totally, like it was, and action. All right, come on, let's get going. It was It was like that. Like they had, it was already planned out. Everybody was camera ready. It's good. And Max said, personally, I believe Quilla said or text something about the others to friends back home. That's why they wanted to record the fight. That's a good point. It's a good point. In Mac, I seen somewhere they said she did some crazy stuff while she was drunk. Yeah, I had heard that too. And my thing was like, we can go back to like what we saw and heard on the tape, Everyone else was kind of like quiet. You can tell like they, how sometimes you the last one to know, right? You can totally see and feel in the video and all those clips that she was outside, right? Everybody was always together, and then she was outside, coming there, looking for them, like they were, being elusive from her and congregating together, plotting. Yeah. So, and you can hear the fun in her voice, but I never heard like drunk or, and she seemed to be pretty perky and upfront with her statements, what she was saying, making fun and jokes and stuff like that. So I think they were just trying to make an excuse so they can justify why they did what they did. MX said, where I'm from, recording fights is like snitching. No can do. Yeah. And who knows, maybe that was part of the ritual too, that everybody had to, do something like that to participate. So everybody, I don't know. Thank you for seeing me. Yes. Look at me. Let's see here. How do you do? Josh Wood. All right. New name there. Welcome, Josh Wood. Queen Bee says, out of the 3 XY chromosome, Nazir was the straight one, and the other 2 were down low brothers who parent kids. Both went both ways. Now, that's come up before too, like Queen Bee. You're not the first person to bring that up. Not the first person. All right, got one more, then we're going to get back to our video here. Joe Martel says, Red File is the official international extradition papers. The new year will find her back in Cabo, but this time it won't be on vacation. 20 plus years is not a vacation. No, that's extended stay for sure. Extended stay. All right, and with that note, let's get back on over here and hear what our brother is talking about.
Time for that. I'm too old for this damn out here in America. Hey,
I heard that.
I got kids. Don't come over here with that. Put me in the predicament. Me and the rest of the American people, whites, blacks, Africans, Chinese, whatever you name. We don't want no part of that.
Yeah.
Khalil Cook was jealous of Shanquella Robinson. We calling this guy the ringleader.
Somebody else said the mastermind up in here.
Khalil Cook. This one here, baby powder.
Yeah.
And you gotta give him a name, baby powder. It's Marshmallow. But what man will walk up in the room in your his best friend room overseas and watch you get whipped and then fly back? Tell your mama all this and fly back. Go to the house and then don't come back. Why ain't this guy call Miss Robinson back? Because Khalil Cook was jealous of Miss Robinson's daughter. A grown boy. They're supposed to be a boy, they're supposed to be a man, and this is not a man. He sat there and watched Platt sit up and say that the sister's not fighting back. Who does that?
I know.
Who does it? Let this guy sit here and say Quilla ain't gonna fight back. Guess who? Guess who? Guess who would do it? Guess who would do that?
Wow.
Khalil. He did it. He did it.
Yes, he did.
He had the 3 women right there. You got Winter. You got Street Fighter Dejanay. And you got Elise. Is Elise out here telling it or whatever? People say she trying to video it or whatever. But look at her.
Okay, so this is the one they saying turned in the video. All right. Because I would rule her out for doing it because she was all about feeling like, Quilla had come to her. And then this guy saying set it up. So, yeah.
Brought 2 back to the house. Elise probably couldn't take it up. Oh, I can't go over there and look them in the face. But Khalil brought him back. How did he do that? Other Robinsons want to see y'all. And we need to go ahead and get this over with. Yes, I was jealous of him. His PP loan, people say PPE loan, didn't work out right. Quilla's worked out right. Quilla had a business mind. Quilla was the boss bee, as they say, and at her rally and all of this. What happened, Clear? You supposed to grind the way she grind, bro.
Yeah.
You supposed to grind the way she grind. This guy did some damn whole stuff.
Yep.
He did some whole stuff. This guy is weak. This guy is soft. Khalil Cook need to turn his little marshmallow. He need to turn his baby powder pouch in. That's what he need to do. He need to turn his damn baby powder pad, shoes, or whatever collection. And this guy was clearly jealous of Shanquella, probably the family, the mom, and everything. Look at him before we go. Look at this. Look at this. Look at him.
I'm glad he able to see that too. And y'all, some of y'all saw it too. Like, look at the eyes there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Trip was this? Was this the Vegas trip year before last? All with the family. Looking over at them like,
yeah.
This time next year. This time next year.
Yeah.
But he could be saying, hey, Quilla, you ain't gonna fight back? This time next year. He organized to get a
dirty dog.
Khalil Cook. Listen to the mom. The best friend that I'm supposed to know is Khalil Cook. I don't know like the other ones like that. I know she went to college with. But what we know is Khalil Cook. Jealous man, boy. With the beard. And I guarantee he ain't got it. This guy walking around with a corona mask on just like a he ain't got that beard.
I told you they in the basement.
This guy
they ain't going nowhere.
He flew back, left for African American over there. Went by what some Spanish people said and left. That was cold. Listen, if you're new here, the Barbershop Talk TV out here in America, like what you're hearing, make sure you subscribe.
We did, and we didn't like, and we shared it. So we good. And two, like I was saying, I think they just hiding out in the basement, right? They're just trying to stay low key because, for now they all free. They don't have to, hide. It's probably, in their best interest too, because people are just like, hey, like that and stuff like that. We saw that when they pulled up on Lisa at her job, so she wasn't happy to be seen. So yeah. All right, another new name. Vernetta Crawford says, why her boyfriend didn't go on the trip with her. Yeah, that was a question that I had in the beginning too. Why didn't her boyfriend go? And yeah, because she was like the odd, it was 6, 7, including her. So, yeah, I was curious about that too. And Miss Behavior said, why wasn't she screaming for help? Well, it happened so fast, right? So we saw when the whole fight scene was a few seconds. So once she slung her down to the floor, she broke her neck. So at that point, there's no more sound can come out because her neck was broken. So that severs the connection between the brain that's going to give the message to the lungs to expand. So she wasn't able to breathe after that. And so without air, you can't make any sounds, right? So, like if you're a singer or even just me talking here, I need to have air in my lungs to put the, to make the sound come out. So without the oxygen, there would be no screaming. So I know there was a video where somebody said they heard screaming. I'm, knowing that it had to be one of the, either, one of the other two people, the two ladies in there screaming. It was impossible for it to have been Shanquella because we saw when her neck was broke and the back broke at that same time. If you guys remember, neck broke, and then we saw her to continue to traumatize her head and neck, and we saw the bow in the back, saw the back broken and the neck broken also. So yeah, that's why no able to help. No screaming was going to be done there. And it was so fast, it wouldn't have been, it was so fast. It was so fast. Joe Martell says, love your nurse, hitting the like and hitting the bed. Good night, all. Thank you so much, Joe. All you on here, please tell one friend about this channel every day until the new year. Let's pump up people. Good stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes. I appreciate that. Yep, we're gonna make 23 all about love, loving ourselves, because the more we start loving ourselves, you'll be amazed at how much more successful your other relationships are going to be, right? They're going to be that way, because if you love yourself, then you're not going to allow anybody else to disrespect you, because you love yourself. You wouldn't allow it to happen. But yes, so that's why we have to do that. Thank you so much. And Dana Hall says, I bet he changed his whole look. Yeah, I'm sure he got it all shaved down, probably wearing a wig. Yeah, diaper and rubber pants. Let me stop. Let's see. Charlene says, a woman can sense a genuine, authentic man. I believe Shanquilla could feel that Khalid was not a man enough for her. Any woman knows whether a man is real. And Max says, everyone that could help were already there. If she was truly coherent, I'm sure her first priority would have been to put clothes on. Yes. What's up, Aaron Bell? Where I know you from, Aaron Bell? Where you know T from? Dana Hall says her dad said the video he saw, it was someone who grabbed her by the neck. AB throw her on the ground, and then she didn't move no more. It wasn't Dejanay. I heard it was Winter. Well, the only video that they've shown, they were saying that the person in the video was Dejanay, right? And so whoever that person was broke the neck and back. And we know, according to the autopsy report, that she had the injury, the atlas luxation to this neck and the fractured spinal column, and that the life expectancy after receiving that injury is 15 minutes. So if they're saying that the person that did the attack is Dejanay, then that's who broke her neck and back, and not Winter, unless that was Winter in that video. Let's see. Pam Miles says, I thought the same thing. It couldn't have been Quilla screaming with those injuries. Exactly. Yes. So, and that's why they gave the 15-minute lifespan, because, without oxygen, after like 6 to 7 minutes, you're going to be passed out, and then brain cells and other body parts start to die down. So 15 minutes, it's over. So that's how they're able to determine the time of death. It's 15 minutes after that injury. So the rest of that stuff that they talked about, how somebody else came, this Winter person came and body slammed Shanquilla after Dejanay did that damage, is impossible, because we saw when she got paralyzed, right? Everybody saw her head fall off of her body. The only thing that kept it from falling onto the floor was that it was inside of the skin of this neck. But we saw her head get knocked off of her skeletal frame. There's no way that someone could have picked her up after that. We saw the fracture in her back. Her back was contorted and broken and fractured. There's no way, it's very difficult to lift dead weight. So once the paralysis happened, there was no breathing, and then she had all those injuries. There's no way that someone was able, Winter, we saw she could barely do a push-up. There's no way that she is body slamming from the floor, dead weight, and able to lift it up. Where did she grab, right? Because like I said before, when I worked in trauma, when we get the people in there, that's all broken up and fractured up, like they have a broken arm or broken hip and leg or something like that. Trying to moving them, not trying to, because we had to move them. Moving them wasn't easy, right? We had to take special training for it. And then you have to be careful where you're grabbing and holding, because, of these fractures. Trying to grab and touch or manipulate a body that's injured like that, I don't see them, no way. It didn't happen. So yes, I agree with you. Yep, that is totally right. No screaming after that. Hey, Rhonda. All right. New name there. All right. Irish Williams. Williams. I didn't have hot flashes. Lucky you. Lucky you. Yeah, yeah, I won't hate on it. That's good for you. Lucky you. Lucky you. And that's good. You see, Courtney says, Dana Hall, me too. I heard Winter gave the final blow. Like I said, y'all, we saw the injury that, led to the fatality. We saw the neck broken and the back broken. There was, 15 minutes after that, it was already over. So whoever was in that video that slammed her over with and broke her neck and broke her back, that person, that was the final blow. That was it. There was nothing else happening after that. If they came and, battered her body, but there was no way that someone was able to pick her up and do any type of nothing, because that was dead weight. Dead weight is different. Even if you are like struggling with somebody, you're trying to pick them up and throw them, their brain is going to help them to kind of go with you, so they're not, struggling against you. If you're paralyzed, none of those things is possible. And then, 15 minutes after the injury, things is done on there. So, yeah, there's no, Winter didn't give any final blow, unless that was Winter in that video doing all that damage. Tamika says, Kylie and Malik are a couple. He is gay. Their plan was to humiliate her, fighting naked, being beaten, and extort her for money. Ooh, just like they went to the mom for money. That is a very plausible rationale. Thank you. William says, dang, I wish I was there. Booker, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Yeah. I'm saying that makes sense. Yeah, it does. Everybody's saying that makes sense. Kylie is absolute Team Rainbow. Don't no straight man wear a lined silk suit in 2022. Oh, okay. Was that the giveaway there? Wow. Okay. So, yes, them darn people didn't care for her. She got 3 PPP loans and he only got 1. It's public information. I pulled it up and it's true. It's the truth. Thank you. Yeah, when people, see you actually thriving and really doing well, they get really distant, especially if you're being blessed financially too, and you got money. Yeah, just make it real rough for them. Hey, all right, new name here. Cameron Duhan says, what Shanquilla must have gone through, the pain. They are all cowards. They are all either running, in hiding, and refusing to talk. Yes, I agree. Because they said that they apprehended or caught or got the Dejanay girl lady off in Connecticut, and then I had heard that the Malik guy actually lives in Connecticut. Yeah, he lives in Connecticut. I heard that. Let's see. It's pronounced Aji. Thank you so much. I was hoping that could happen, Aji. Thank you so much, Aji. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. Cameron says, Tane, she worked so hard for her success. She earned it. Exactly. Yep. And that's why it's super important, y'all, that we be aware of what jealousy is like and what extent people will go to get to you, to tear you down because they're jealous. Dana Hall says, okay, how did she get from the game room Nazir said she was in when he got there to the living room, to the bedroom where supposedly the maid found her? Yes. Okay, so if Nazir got there late, we all agree that he said he got there late, right? So that means that Nazir is telling a lie because there's impossible that Shanquilla was alive when Nazir got there, because after receiving the injury to the neck and the spinal, she had a life expectancy of 15 minutes. So he didn't get there 15 minutes after the fight. So he's telling a lie. So that's why she wasn't in the game room, right? To the living room and where the maid found her. These are all stories that were told after the fact. Yep. So that's why we can't believe Nazir, because he was talking as if, he was saying that Shanquilla was still here when we know that she wasn't. She was gone 15 minutes after her neck being broken and her head being knocked off of her body. Let's see here. Savannah. All right. Hey, Savannah. It could have been one video broken into 2 or 3 clips. IJS. All right, somebody help me with the just saying. I think that's what that means. Yeah. Right. So what I'm saying is that if it was 2 to 3 videos broken into clips, the clip that they were showing on the internet, the clip that we all have seen, is the clip that shows the fatal injury. That's what I'm saying. So if there's other parts where they did things to her, it had to be prior to that, because that clip that we saw her being slung over, head falling off down to her chest, right? We saw her head hanging down to her chest. I can't even imitate that move, right? Nobody can, unless your head is detached from your body. So that had to be the final video. That was it. So if there was clips, it had to be something that was done to her prior to that, because once that happened, there was nothing else happening after that. 15 minutes. Yep. So those are all lies. Those are all lies to distort the truth. And the truth remains that we saw the fatal blow. The fatal blow. And she never got up after that. We saw the body paralyzed, back broken, neck, head knocked off the body. Yep. Cameron says her children hair braiding business was also very successful. Yes. And she was well liked and she was well liked and well loved. She was a loving individual, caring, sharing, a wonderful person. And that was the sad thing, is because we hear this description about a lot of people who were, taken advantage of or unalived by somebody jealous, right? So it's like, these are clues to think about. Like, if you that person that is generous and giving and caring and all this stuff, you need to make sure that you are being aware that there are people out here like that. There are people out here that want to see you unalive. So you got to believe that. Cameron says she was also a model. Yes, that's good. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. Dana Hall says, how is she able to sit up like that and hold her body up while sitting on the floor? There's no way you can sit up if your spine is broken on your own. Yeah, she was how she fell, right? Have you seen those big, huge stuffed animals at the fair, right? So when she slung her down, you see the back break, and she is just stable like that. So she didn't move after that. We saw that. She just was stuck in that position. And that's how these paralysis bodies are. They're just how they are, how they lay. They're not able to move. There's no weight, anything. Everything is just stuck like it is. That's why I'm saying that nobody picked her up and moved her after that. That's how we saw her lay in that position like that. She didn't move. Her body was out like that. And that's why, and you can see it. So there was no moving after that. She didn't have to try to hold her balance up, because once it's like pulling the plug out, right? And then lights go out. That's how the signal was, stopped after the injury. So she's just how she is. So if I lost control of my body and I'm already sitting in the chair, I'm going to be just like I am. right? Unless something came and pushed me over. And we saw what happened when she continued to plummet her head. Her head was off the body, right? So this is the position that she was in because when she fell out, her legs were spread, so it evened out her weight. So she wasn't off balance or anything like that. She just was where she stopped where she laid, where the signals got cut off at. You see, Courtney says, Dana Hall, she wasn't moved. Mr. Zuenga said they found her how she was after the fight. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She was probably exactly that way. Exactly that way. Exactly that way. Yep. Thank you, Courtney. And Cameron says, Shanquilla helped them all out. She, the so-called friends, she was so sweet and kind, a heart of gold. Yes, 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 yes. And Aji says, my name is pronounced Aji. Yes, thank you so much. And Pam says, apparently they moved her from the bedroom to the living room and clothed her because there is no report of her being naked in the police report. Right. Like I said, I've got over 30 years of nursing experience. And for a lot of years, I worked on with spinal cord injury patients that were paralyzed from the neck down. And dressing a paralyzed body is extremely difficult, and it takes practice, it takes training. So I highly doubt that they had the knowledge and the skills, and also to feel comfortable handling and touching a fractured, traumatized body like that, to move it and get it dressed and all that. I don't think so. All those were lies. Remember, like the police report, those were all lies. So we can't believe any of that stuff. Can't believe any of that stuff. And like I said, I'm out of this experience, and I know how difficult it is to dress a paralyzed body, and to how difficult it is to move and manipulate a traumatized body with fractures, and it's all broken up and contorted and all that stuff. So these were lies there. They didn't do any of this moving, and they did not put any clothes on. They did not dress her at all. Hey, what's up, LaMike? Is that pimp suit? All right, I meant the bathroom. Yes, they did, Miss Pam. Okay. All right. Joe says the second tape shows a second woman intervening, and it was about that time when Dejanay went into convulsions from lack of oxygen. Everyone wasn't in on the event gone bad. Okay, to bed now. Good night. Okay. All right. MX says Geraldo said that she was moved twice and Mrs. Robinson came home with pajamas on. They absolutely manipulated. Okay. I don't believe it. Let's see. Dana Hall says, I agree with you, Pam. The crime scene, yes. Yeah. All right. IG says, you're welcome. All right. So we're going to be done with this video and off to the next one. See, Dejanay also has relatives in Connecticut. Yeah. Okay, cool. That makes sense too. Why she would go there to hide out for some support. And Pam says that movement could have intensified the injury to the point of fatality. Not that we're playing the video again, but if y'all could go back into your memories, right? So when she slung her down to the floor like that, you saw the back break, and I'm sure I'm looking at it differently because my eyes are trained to see these injuries and stuff, but I can see the back that is contorted. I can also see that the head is off of the body. It's just kind of dangling down in the neck area, right? So, there's, after that, there's nothing, it's already off. There's no way. There's 15 minutes unless, they got there with a ventilator to, help her breathe. There's no way. And then we saw, I don't want to tell you to go back and look at the video, but if you see any of these clips and stuff, if you just look at it, you can see that head is in a position where, like I said, if it wasn't because the neck was still intact, it would have, just fallen down off, it was, yeah. So after that injury, the one that we all saw with our vision, our own eyes, those of us that did see the video, that was the fatal injury right there. Let's see. They carried her. Okay. Like I said, it takes a special person to be able to. I remember I was working in surgery, and it was just one weekend I was on call, and it was gunshot season. Everybody was, gunshot wounds. And this one patient had 11 gunshots. He had 11 bullet wounds, right? So trying to grab a person with all these bullet holes in them, and and then to have your finger squeeze into a bullet, it's not fun, right? So I don't see them having the the strength to be able to manipulate a broken, and to see what it looks like to somebody's head off of their body. Like, these are some some visuals, like just like a regular person. I don't see. That's why I don't believe that all this whole they dressed the body and did all that stuff, because it would have been it would have been like nobody wouldn't have been expecting for it to weigh so much, or for it to be so difficult to maneuver dead weight. It's not easy, y'all. It's not. Let's see. Savannah, hello Savannah, welcome, says Nazir plus them could be dragging her around. Yeah, I'm not saying that they that they didn't have the strength to be able to do it. What I'm saying is that mentally, to be able to see that type of damage to a body like that, and then just be like, yeah, let's just go ahead and do, that's not an easy, that takes something, like that takes a lot, right? So I don't know. I just don't believe that. And then, like I said, too, they had these different stories. Like, why would we believe what they said? I just don't believe it. I don't believe they did all of that stuff. No. It requires too much work. And my nurses out there in the chat, y'all back me up on this. Tell them how hard it is to dress a paralyzed body, or even when I had some people in here that had experience working in funeral homes and having to dress bodies and stuff, tell you that it's not easy. It's not easy to dress. And then too, she would have started to have the rigor mortis. She would have been stiff, and it would have been almost impossible to try to, re-break her to, put her into these clothes. I was telling y'all before, like when we'd have a patient to expire, especially sometimes if they, go with their mouth open, that's not a fun way to see your loved one. So we would, take a towel and kind of like, tie the head up to keep the close the mouth. So when they come in to see their loved one, at least it look a little bit, different. Sometimes we have to even put like a pillow up there to keep it, because especially them old people, you got to put it up there. I still like that. So, we do a little something like that. But after a while, everything gets super stiff. So that's why we would do that, because you didn't want the rigor mortis to stay in, and then they'd have to, break their jaw to, get it to set up for the, for the viewing or whatever like that. So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't see them, because they would have had to freak out, like, because these things would have been happening that they wouldn't have been counting on. Like, I'm sure they was like, yeah, we got to make sure we get this body moved before this rigor mortis set in. Like, no, no. And Max said, oh, I didn't read this. Courtney says, well, Geraldo lied then. I thought we had even proved that too, that Geraldo lied, and maybe week 2 or something like that, the second week that we went through. So much has happened, but all I'm going, like I said, I'm nurse here. I'm all about math and science, right? So if it don't add up, then, we don't throw that out. And if it's not science, then we tossing that out too, And what we do know and what we did see, we saw that fight that attack. We saw the injuries. We've heard the autopsy report. That's it. There's all the rest of the stuff. It doesn't even matter. We saw that. This is what happened, and this is what caused that. This is what happens when you receive that. We saw it being delivered, and then that's what it is. MMAC says, and don't think we forgot Geraldo told the lead attorney that he was staying on top of this. He got those cash apps, and we haven't heard from him going on 3 weeks now. So he took the money and ran. He took the money and went on the run. He said, adios, amigos, gracias. I don't know. Maybe there's nothing to report just yet. So I don't know, MMAC. It does sound a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Aji says, wash your eyes open for him to see the busted blood vessels. Or was her eyes open for him to see the busted blood vessels? I don't know. Rhonda says, someone raised an interesting theory today. Kali, they didn't expect the father to step up so quickly. Yes, we were talking about that last night on our on this live here. We were going over the dad's interview, and we were saying how they weren't counting on the dad to come up with the money because, in order to get the body back, he had to pay for the autopsy over there in Mexico first, and then, get the body back too. So a lot of times we were saying that, since these countries, some of them are, known for this kind of stuff, and they already have these little cookie cutter excuses and alibis and stuff like that, that they were probably thinking that the family wasn't going to be able to bring the body back, let alone get an autopsy and find out what the real thing was. So they would only have no choice but to accept alcohol poisoning, accept what we tell them, the alcohol poison. But dad was in the background. See, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of times people think they're getting away with something, but the spirit is going to bring forth the truth, and truth is going to always be there. Yeah, so that is an interesting point, and we were raising that up in here too. Yep. So Pam says, I don't believe a word Nazir says. Exactly. Yep, because all lies start off with a lie, right? And see, Cameron says, yeah, he even lied about rubbing her head. Exactly, putting in all those details. And that's one of the good, quick, easy ways to be able to tell when somebody's telling a lie, is they start putting in all these extra details with story and stuff, right? Because they're trying to paint a picture so they feel like they need to give you these details so you understand why he was rubbing her head. See, I was doing this. I was holding her hand while she was taking her last breath, and she wasn't alone. You know what I mean? Like telling this whole little story like that. When in real life, when people are telling the truth, they just tell the truth. It's not all these little extra details. And then like he kept stopping. Oh, wait, I forgot to say this. Oh, no, it wasn't that. Quilla wasn't, she wasn't found gone now. She was found, she was over there. No, I forgot to tell y'all this. That's how you can tell it's a lie, right? The truth doesn't need all this. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to say this. It's just the truth. So he was totally lying about that. And Savannah says, hey, I'm just saying, of course, we're all in love here, and we are free here to say, how we're feeling and stuff like that. And then we just putting it out there. And I'm just giving y'all my observation, as a 30-year nurse. And then, like I said, I've worked in so many different areas and stuff. I've worked with the vent patients, the gunshot wounds, to the neck, and they end up being, quadriplegics on these ventilators and stuff. That's how I know, or, I can see these kind of things. I know what the paralyzed body looks like. I know, I worked years with those kind of bodies and stuff like that. So, and then I was in trauma. So I've seen the people coming in broken up from these car accidents, getting hit by a car, getting hit in a car, all kind of ways and stuff. People falling out of a tree and from a ladder, just all kind of stuff. You'll be amazed and stuff like that. What kind of traumas and stuff people go through. See, Courtney says, I'm just saying, yes, everybody is just saying, we are all free to just say. Right. Okay. All right. Justice for Shanquilla. Hey, look at who we got here. Maggie, the substitute teacher, is passing through to press the like and please join me. Okay. Thank you so much, Maggie, the substitute teacher, where she's over on her channel doing big things over there, teaching you how to substitute those bad foods for the good food so you can get your sexy look on and keep your diet good and all that good stuff and live longer and happier and healthier. And thank you so much, Maggie, for coming through. Charlene says, I hope Shanquilla's family keeps her business dream alive. Yes. And I hope Shanquilla inspires more young women to start a business, more young Black women to start a business, Yep. That we see, that it could be done. And Carmen says she was slumped over. If anyone would have bumped her, she would have probably fallen over. Exactly. That's how I'm telling y'all that after that, what we saw, nobody went back over there. I'm probably sure they wasn't expecting it to happen so fast, right? And then like some of y'all saying that y'all don't think that they were expecting, they didn't plan for her to be unalive. Like they were just planning to, beat her up or something like that. My thing is this, if they weren't planning on finish her, were they thinking she was going to come back and just be quiet about it? She was just going to come back and take it, or that she was going to spend the rest of the vacation, like, saying it's going to take, So I don't know. That's what makes me feel like it had to have been a plan, something, because I don't know how y'all was expecting that, I was just going to let that go. I was going to let it slide. But yes, you're absolutely right, Carmen. That's exactly what happened. She slumped over, and the weight being, paralyzed, how she fell, she was in a balanced position. So you're absolutely right. Unless somebody bumped her or moved her, she's going to stay exactly like that. That's how we do. We have to turn and reposition. So we have to put their bodies in different positions, and that's exactly how it's going to stay until we come back and move them again. Yep. Let's see. Aji says, they couldn't have come to my house and I seen a video, I would have dropped all those hoes and zesty punks. Wow. Yeah. And like the mom and the sister said that after they saw the video, they never, they didn't see them anymore. Because they was up in there, picking out funeral clothes and talking about what they was going to do and all this old stuff. Sad. Tamika says, if you go look up her business, all 3 businesses were going very well. She was thriving and her clothing line was even doing good. There were narcs. The police report was released again. Okay. Let's see. Pam says, in Mac, the death certificate stated that she was found in the living room. Probably the police report. The death certificate, it just identified the injuries and stuff. The police report is probably what you're talking about, Carmen. As far as no, who said that? Was that Pam? Yeah. I'm believing that the police report, not the death certificate. The death certificate wouldn't have where she was found at. The police report, which we know that they faked and forged, they purchased that. Carmen said, if that video would have not filmed, they would have probably gotten away with the N-word. Yes. And that's what we were talking about too, that it wasn't an uncommon situation that occurred, because the very next day, another femicide had occurred in another part of Mexico. And then remember when I did that live and I showed y'all how Mexico is number 5 in the world with femicides, right? So it's not even a safe place for women, that they have, large numbers of femicides, and that they are not even prosecuting the men in their own country that are unaliving women at alarming rates, right? And we know that Mexico is a poor country. It's a poor country, and it's a corrupt country, right? So if they already have limited resources, and they already have their own problem with their women being unalived, and they already have their own problem where they're not even prosecuting, they're not even holding their own people accountable for this, what makes y'all think that Mexico is the people, is the place that's going to give us justice for Shanquilla? I'm hoping that they have broken some American law that we can get them on that. And that way we can ensure justice for Shanquilla. Because Mexico, who knows, they may just let them go walk around out there. And so they're not even prosecuting their own people. Why would they use their resources to prosecute some Black Americans for unaliving a Black American woman? Like, we gonna use our pesos for this? Yeah, right. I don't think so. It's the Savannah says, where they mentioned that act, that's something to me, because when the maid walked in, Lucy stated she found her on the bathroom floor, then immediately went to get the friends. Yeah, probably one of these days we're going to have to go back and watch those videos again so we could pick out the bones again, because the stories did change a lot. But again, I'm just going to go by math and science. What adds up to me is that the video that we saw with the person that they are saying is Dejanay, that we saw attack her and flipped her to the floor. We saw her neck broken after that. We saw her back broken after that. We saw the Dejanay person continue to viciously attack her head and neck area. And we saw, or we heard and read the report of the injuries. We saw the injuries. We know that after receiving that type of injury, you have 15 minutes. The lifespan, the life expectancy after receiving that injury is 15 minutes. So yes. But Aji says, I believe they put clothes on her. That's fair. Tamika says, after the stage of the fake report and they found her naked on the floor. And again, like I'm saying, if they paid the money for the fake report, why go through all the hassle of trying to dress the body and all that stuff? Why? After the stage of the fake report and they found her naked on the floor. Yeah. All right. You mean Shanquilla? All right. Hey, Mrs. Matthews, welcome back. So this case is taking a hold like the Kanika Jenkins in 2017, and even Aaliyah's back in 2001. Aaliyah, the singer, the entertainer, Aaliyah. Wonder if all of those lovely souls hail from the same soul group, celestial cluster. Interesting, Mrs. Matthew. Interesting. Let's see. Momi Fantoma, I saw somewhere that Dejanay, Elise, and Winter work in the nursing field. Yeah, that was talked too, and I think somebody that's where a news reporter had saw her at some working at some healthcare or something like that. Let's see. The maid said she found her over the toilet. Okay. All right. Here is the cert file. Okay. Let me see if I could click on that. Thank you, Pam. Charlene Noble says, Kylie hates women. Okay, he had one put in the grave and the other one going to prison. Oh, also he lied to Shanquilla's mom and then ate her food in her face. That's a good point there, Charlene. Yeah. And other people saying he's the mastermind too. And a lot of these masterminds, they're really good at, getting other people to do the dirty work, and then they get to sit back, and like I say, throw rocks and hide your hands, right? So it's like, here I am, innocent here, and I'm getting away with all this stuff, and somebody else is paying the price. Yes, this is exactly true. Aji says, the maid said she found her over the toilet. Oh, I just read that. Excuse me. Queen Bee said, it's truly hard trying to prepare a corpse in the hospital in my younger days to the morgue. Yes, thank you so much, Queen Bee. They are stiff and heavy as hell. Dying of natural death, it's even more harder. I'm injury. Yes. All right. I won't look at the video, pissing me off that I couldn't help her. Yes. It's always heartbreaking to see, and I'm knowing it's coming up, I don't want to see it either. I never wanted to see it. I never wanted to see it. I never wanted to see that. But once you've seen something like that, and you can't unsee it. And what made me want to speak out about it was because I could see that, people could see what they saw, but didn't understand exactly what they saw. And I just wanted them to, I didn't want it to get this false narrative that, they did CPR on her and tried to start an IV, that all those things was lies. Like those were all lies. So that's what got my voice out. And then, we've been just sharing and keeping the torch for justice for Shanquella ever since. And Savannah says, and I believe the nurse found her on the couch or in the game room. So, MA. All right, here we go. Carmen says, thanks to all of our wonderful nurses and everyone in the medical profession. I would like to personally thank each and every one of you. You are very welcome, and thank you for thanking us too, because sometimes it could be a thankless job, but I sure always appreciate it when people do appreciate the nurse. I keep all of my little cards and well wishes and stuff like that too, because always make me feel good when people, especially families, come back and appreciate what I did. Because like I said before, you're not only just nursing the patient, you're nursing the family too. Nursing is a holistic something, right? And so it does feel good when people see what you're doing and acknowledge you. Let's see. If they was going with the alcohol poisoning, they had to cover up the body so bruises won't be recognized. I hear what you're saying. Okay, we'll go for it. If they were disgusting enough to, do what they did, they could have been heartless enough to, dress her body or something like that. Y'all right. I'll give you that. Baby sis 60 says, I don't believe they moved her around either. They don't have the fortitude. Yeah. I think they would have just been too lazy and just would give up, like, oh no, whatever. We about to pay them for this alibi anyway. Like, well, why are we doing all this? Why are we doing all this? There is 2 stages of rigor mortis. Is that what you're going to write down there? I'm a nurse and you cannot bend those limbs. I know, like we be fighting to quickly get that towel up there, because that's like, that's just, bad when you have to see the person with the mouth frozen out like that. So yeah, trying to, you have to, break them or, yeah. And who wants to do that? Like nobody's going to want that. Like, yeah, it's not a fun feeling. Like I said, just grabbing somebody and then all of a sudden you grab where there's a fracture and it's a broken bone there. I don't know if you've ever, prepared like chicken and then like, the wing is broken. It's a weird feeling, right? That little broken wing. Yeah, you want to eat that chicken, fractured wing. There are 2 stages to. And see, Joe Martell says, by the time you read this, I'll be asleep. My last statement was made by Zuinga. She could have fallen over after paralysis if gravity intervened, hit the floor, and death rattle panic would have set in. Am I that far behind? Ooh, I am very far behind. I apologize. Here, we see here. I'm going to just do a few more, then we're going to... let's see here. Woo, okay. See here. Pam says, you must remember she was found twice. The maid and the doctor. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, y'all. These all lies, right? So while we sitting up here going back and forth with where she was found, she had clothes on, all that stuff, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is that her neck was broken, she was murdered, and, they tried to cover it up with a lie. A lie. Let's see. Hey, Sharon says, nurse to nurse, I agree with you. What position did the maid find her in? Exactly. And like I said, we heard so many different stories about it. One, she was found where, we saw her fall at, and then, then she was in the in the TV room, in the music room. They was talking about cooking. She had slurred speech. They started an IV, or they attempted to start an IV but couldn't get one. She went into cardiac arrest. I mean, it was so much stuff that was all baloney. It doesn't add up to the fact that after receiving the injury, 15 minutes, the clock is ticking, 15 minutes. Thank you, Sharon. Let's see. He returned all Cash App funds because he never asked for it or wanted it. Okay. Let's see here. Shay says, you're right. I have worked spinal cord for 31 years. It is terribly difficult to dress a paralyzed person. You have to be able to manipulate the body to get the clothes on. It's not easy. Exactly. It's not easy. It's not. Yep. And then if they didn't get enough range of motion and then they frozen in a bad position. Yeah. Thank you so much, Shay. That is exactly right. Yep. Hard work. After the Cabo 6 set up the maid to find her, they later called for a doctor. Yeah, and then somebody else was saying that the maid was part of the cover-up. That's who got the cover-up and everything going. Yeah, the cover-up. Yep, that's what we're saying here. And Mrs. Matthews says, episodes of Columbo and Matlock, when the person of interest is overly talkative, overly helpful, without being prodded, yeah, something usually is amiss. That's exactly right. And that's how he was. He was like, oh, and he was fidgeting around and looking around. He couldn't even look in the camera good. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about this. And then throwing this in there, and then back. Oh no, that's not how it happened. Yeah, big clues right there. Okay, and Mrs. Matthews says, when he said he was rubbing her head while playing some, I know, that's just way, it's too many details. Summer Walker, that singer is an Aries. Aries is the god of war. Being an astrologer, my spidey sense heightened. Okay, my spidey sense heightened. Okay. All right, yeah, I love astrology. Thank you, Mrs. Matthews. December the 15th, 1970. Yep, okay. See here. And Delisha says, it was when Nazir had an exact time. I knew he was lying. Who says 12:26 exactly? Yeah, okay. I don't remember hearing that part, but yeah, those are also good clues too. Yep. Yep. Savannah says, could the nurse help assist dressing her? The way y'all explained in the body, they would have been devastated or scared probably to dress someone who done this before was comfortable doing it again. Like I said, I don't believe there was a real nurse that was there because of how the documentation went. I think, because even we saw one of the interviews where they said that the first responders aren't real police officers and they're not real medical personnel. And I believe that because of how it was worded, a real nurse wouldn't have wrote something like that at all. A real doctor wouldn't have documented something like that at all. Like these are big clues that this is somebody that doesn't have real training, because they wouldn't have totally said that, yeah, we was sitting here looking at a patient with no life signs of life, and we were contemplating, we listened to the friends tell us not to go for help. Like that wouldn't have happened. So I don't think that was a real nurse that was there. I think it was part of their whoever they were getting there to for the cover up. All right, together we break chains productions. All right, that's a great name. Says, I'm new here, and when I was working as a nurse, those bodies were extremely heavy. Yes, so I don't believe any story they conjured up. When are they going to be arrested? Yes, that's what we're looking for. We're just waiting patiently now because it's an international case over in Mexico. So it's in Mexico's jurisdiction, and we are, we're just at the mercy now. We just have to wait. But we do know that the family, especially the father, is very grateful that we are continuing to keep the name out there and keep saying justice for Shanquella. So thank you so much. Together we break chains of production. Love that name. Mrs. Matthews says, now you can be exact where my heebie-jeebie senses don't rise. That guy from Straight Talk TV that defends Tupac's honor, he's a producer that speaks with dates, times, etc. That's different. Why? Okay, let me see here. Do we do it again? So there's a guy from Straight Talk. All right. Okay, I don't think I know any of his work, but I thank y'all for all these little clues and these nuggets y'all been giving out here. See, decades has passed. Time to think it over, mull over his old journals, etc. Yeah. So since we're now getting all this, standing up for justice, maybe we can start getting some of these cold cases solved and stuff too. Like, yesterday, I was doing a live covering the Stephen Twitch boss, and we were talking about that. Like, some people had some concerns about that. Maybe that's something that needs to be looked off into. So, yeah, thank you so much for y'all's comments here. All right, so we welcome you to the chat there. Thank you so much. Thank you for your warm welcome. Yes, that's what we do over here. We all about healing with love and all that good stuff. Mrs. Matthews says, but for that guy to get on FBI Live, clear his name so soon after a friend passed away in such a horrific way, wouldn't one still be in shock? I need therapy. Much later, I might give. Yeah, I agree with you. And those be clues too, right? How, people, what they're talking about afterwards and stuff. A lot of times these narcissistic people and stuff, since they don't really have their own emotions, they don't really know like how they should act. So a lot of times they usually go overboard with extra stuff. Like I was stroking her head while we listened to the, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 right? That's how they do, because, they don't really know, like, should I be crying, or should I be telling them what, they trying to set the stage of what they think, it should look like. So, yeah. Baby sis says, right, I think they all panicked and started acting like scared 3-year-olds. They ran outside but didn't go far. That's why the maid found them all outside in the huddle. Yeah, like, what are we gonna do with this? What is we gonna do? A public statement. Okay, let's see. Doesn't Linda mean pretty in Spanish? And the number 32 equals 5. Wonder if any of this is significant in some way. Yes, scary. Scary. Charlene says self-defense courses are for survival. Had Shanquilla taken a self-defense course, she would probably be still alive. It was too. She couldn't have gotten all of them. I'm sure they were all there for a reason. Like she wouldn't have been able to defend herself against all of them. Not at all. All right, so let me get back over here because we got at least one more video. I wanted to try and find Courtney's video here. We got a lot of comments going on here. Let me try to get a few more of these down. I'm going to go down to the bottom and come up since I'm so far behind here. All right, here we go. Sharon says that corrupt doctor was just trying to get paid for all those hours. Shanquilla died in the morning. Yep. Justice for Shanquilla. All right. Riley Sat. New name there. Thank you, Riley, and welcome. Welcome. Thanks for the platform. Good conversation and medical insight. Thank you, Rhonda. Appreciate you for your comments here. All right, can we get some more likes? Y'all see here, we got 88 people in the chat and only 56 likes. Please like and subscribe, y'all. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to try to move back up here so the chat will make more sense. Okay, let me scroll down here. I'm just going to try and pick out some of these new names so I can get. Keisha says, I'm a nurse and you cannot bend those limbs. I feel like I read that one there. I did. Okay, let me go here. Savannah says, could the nurse I did that too. I'm about to go to my video then, since I'm lost over here. All right, so no, is this one it?
After 21 days, my teeth are...
Okay, so this here's, I think this is our last one from HelluvaChic. And this is going to be the North Carolina governor finally speaks on Shanquella Robinson case. So this one here, it's pretty short, but I think it's good that we see this because a lot of us, we've been replaying a lot of these videos. We're just getting the same old information, and this one here may have some new stuff, or at least something that we hearing that the state people over there, they still involved, are still trying to do something for her. All right, so here we go. Share screen here.
She's so fine. Hello, blows my mind. Hello, nice night.
What's good, guys? Today is Monday, December the 19th, 2022. This video, as you can tell, will be regarding the Shanquella Robinson case. And specifically, I just wanted to highlight that it took this long, from October the 29th of 2022
wow,
to roughly 3 days ago, for the governor of North Carolina to finally comment on this case.
No
so
way.
Let's take a look at what it says.
Oh.
Now, this story is coming from WSOC TV 9, and it says, North Carolina governor hopeful feds will solve Shanquella Robinson's death. All right. It was wrote by Joe Bruno, who is with WSOC TV, and it came out on the 16th of December, so 3 days ago. Governor Roy Cooper said Friday, this past Friday, that his thoughts are with the family of a Charlotte woman who died in late October while on vacation with friends in Mexico. Governor Cooper said he was hopeful the FBI will solve the case of Shanquella Robinson's mysterious death and find out what happened. Quote, "Not knowing really what happened to your loved one, that has to be a cause of great concern," Governor Cooper told Channel 9 reporter Joe Bruno in Raleigh. "And I am hopeful federal officials and the FBI can work together to find out what happened to her." It goes on to say investigators in Mexico say an arrest warrant has been issued in the case, but no suspect was named. No one has been apprehended. All right. Now that's coming from, like I said, WSOC TV 9 out of North Carolina. The governor, all he has to say about this atrocious crime that happened to one of his natives from North Carolina is that he's hopeful the feds will solve the case.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
I don't know who this governor's PR person is, but it is pathetic.
It is. Especially with all of the social media that's been going on. This is your first time to say something? That's sad. That I didn't know that. And it's disgusting to hear it too.
Really have their job looked at. Because this governor should have been all over this case.
Yes.
He, personally, himself, should have been the one pushing for justice in this case. But instead, this is what we're left with. He's just now commenting on this case from October.
Wow.
That tells you that this case is of no great concern to him. So, yet again, the public officials have failed Shanquella Robinson in this case, as they have failed Minty before her. And I just wanted to bring this story to the channel because I am disgusted that this is all this governor has to say about this case. And I'm going to end the video on that note. Thanks for watching, guys.
Mm-hmm. All right. Perfect there. All right. And see, Nefertiti Carey says, in the video, how did she lift her hands to her face after the fight once she hit the ground if her neck was fractured? All right. So what you were seeing was when her body was already in motion and she was coming down, and then after the neck fracture, this is all the mechanical energy that was already in the motion. So you saw her do this, but she didn't lift her head. She was still bouncing you saw her head was not on the body. So she didn't lift her head. It may have from the whiplash of it all moved, bobbed up and down, but the part where you saw the arms, you saw how they were bilateral, like they're moving at the same time, like it was kind of on like a string attached. Those were just reflex movement, the last movement before the signal was severed. So it wasn't her moving. It was not. You see, Ernie says Cabo 6 has told nothing but lies, but God is going to reveal the truth. So true. So true. So that was a quick video there. And see, here we're going on 2 hours and some change. Here it says, one of these IMO, they needed the maid to clean up the evidence. Yes. And give them their alibi. Corrupt doctor. Yep. Yeah, because remember we saw that they had used that same cookie cutter excuse for a case that was in another part of Mexico, where American was unalived and they said alcohol intoxication. So, just like I was saying last night, they have these places where you go get these BBLs in another country for cheap. So, people have been unaliving people and disposing of the bodies in places so they can get away with it. Like I was telling y'all about my son's little sister, Brittany Jasmine Hines, was found, she was a femicide back in 2011, found unalive in Arizona, and she's coming from California, but they dropped her body off in a few states over to make it difficult and undesirable for law enforcement to want to put the resources and the energy to try to solve the case because, you know, it was just another Black woman, you know what I mean? So that's why they do these kind of things when they move the body into different areas and stuff. So people pass the buck and be like, well, it's not our jurisdiction, not my problem. Hey, they're from Nick, you know. So yeah, definitely wasn't a real nurse. Exactly. Sharon says, Queen Sheba saw the sun coming up through the sliding doors in Shanquilla's room. Yes, and she also did the research to see what time the sun came up, so we were able to get a much closer time, a more accurate time of death. Since we know that 15 minutes after the injury, you know, she would have been gone. So, yeah. So definitely would have been in a state after. Hi, Justice Power. All right. All right. See, Pam Miles says she is a real physician, license issued in 2020, but she is obviously corrupt. You know what I was thinking? Because back in like the mid 2000s, there was a lot of physicians that were getting in trouble for running these pill mills and stuff like that. Or that, you know, we had this real big problem with people getting these narcotics and stuff, right? Or, you know, these painkillers and stuff. We was having a real big problem with it. People stealing prescriptions and stuff like that, or nurses getting in trouble for, you know, stealing prescription stuff. What if, because the doctor wouldn't have wrote something so elementary like that. The doctor would have, you know, if they're going to be corrupt, they would have wrote something that sound more plausible, like, you know, the patient fell from a window, something to explain the injury. They wouldn't have said, you know, did something so silly like that. My thinking is that, you know, somebody that works in an office of, you know, the physician can get access to certain paperwork, like, you know, it wouldn't be uncommon that I can pick up a pack of, you know, prescriptions. You know, I worked in the ICU and, you know, or have access to certain things that maybe, you know, other people couldn't get. So what if somebody worked in the office and was able to, you know, you know, grab some documents or something that's, you know, a pack of the death certificates, you know, those kind of things. Certain forms are just readily available. You can just peel off one and just write in stuff. And if I'm working for this physician, I'll know the numbers or whatever, you know, to put in there. And most of that stuff is already pre-populated on their documents and stuff too. I don't think a real physician did it. They probably used a real physician's name and license number, but because of how it was written, and then like in what they said, a real physician would have had a way better alibi. Would have wrote the cause of, you know, what they did or what they found on the scene to make it match. You know, I would have said she fell from the window or something like that to explain the, you know, the impact injuries. She's got these, you know, traumatic injuries. I got to explain that. A fall or something. She was, you know, trying to change a light bulb, something. She was on the ladder. She fell from the stairs, something. We need to say, you know, something like that, right? She fell off of the AT wheeler or whatever the thing. They said they're supposed to do something like that, right? A better story. A real doctor would have had a way better story. So corrupt, nurses deal with the villa. You see, and thanks for the platform. Good conversation and medical insight. Appreciate that. All right, that corrupt doctor was just trying to get paid for all those hours. Okay, I got in there too. I say, Governor Ron Cooper's office need to be bombarded with concerned citizen inquiries about justice for Shanquilla. Yeah, it's super sad that, you know, just basically, you know, 2 months later saying, oh yeah, by the way, hopefully the FBI will do something, you know. Wow. Way to support your own native, right? Regiment 65 said it sounds like he just heard about the case. Yeah, and I'm like, where has he been? Because, you know, people are timing in from different parts of the country and stuff, like, you know. So yeah, where have you been all this time to, you know? Yeah, I don't know, you know. And then too, who have been the people that's been talking about this? They said it's been Black social media, right? And then since Nancy Grace said her little thing, you know, a couple weeks ago, when's the last time anybody heard her say anything about it too? Like, you know, people are just probably looking at it like it's just another Black femicide, another Black woman out of here. So, you know, nobody's really caring. Let's see. Riley said, dang, yeah, that makes no sense. Let's see. Yeah, and it's crazy. He can't help. Could they have moved her before the rigor mortis set in? Sure. They could have moved her afterwards. Like, you know, they could have moved her. We can't say that they, you know, couldn't. I'm just saying that it was, to me, it just seems highly unlikely. You know, that people would, because too many things would have been happening they wouldn't have been expecting, like for, you know, what happens with the body, like, you know, it would have, you know, been taken off guard, hopefully, or not had the stomach to be able to, you know, deal with it, you know, like the person, you know, yeah, all that stuff that happens. See, Rhonda says Governor Ron Cooper's office need to be, how did that happen? It's up here. See, the doctor hasn't been in practice very long, and she's been bouncing from hospital to hospital like she's been getting fired a lot. Wow. Let's see. She's only been practicing barely 2 years. I think she may be incompetent if she's not corrupt or both. Yeah. Let's see. Nice coat, Jackie. Thank you so much. Yeah, the hot flash had left, so I was like, I'm getting a little nippy up in here. So let's see here. We've been going for 2 hours and 21 minutes. I'm gonna see if I can find the video that Courtney was telling us about here. I thought I wrote the name down. Okay, here we go. I got you, Courtney. Let me see if I can get this. Too loud. Wait. All right, so this here is, oh no. Okay, here's our last. Thank you, Ree. Hey, Ree, Still Bloom. Yes, pretty coat. And I'm a mom. Yes, you are. Thank you so much. Appreciate yo. Oh, my share the screen. Here we go. All right, this one's for you, Courtney. Courtney Taylor. This one is from Lucy, Shanquella Robinson, who is the mystery man on the phone. Oh, this part 2. So let me go find part 1, y'all. I don't see a part 1. All right, let's see here. Okay, we're just gonna go for this one here. This is the newest one.
Assault video in the Shanquella Robinson case went viral. Rumors have swarmed about a mystery man appearing on the phone screen of one of the Cabo 6. You can see him pop up around the 5 to 8 second mark on the phone screen of.
Yep, see, there go the sun too. Y'all see it? There we go. More verification that it was morning time.
One of the ladies who was present during the assault. I've taken a screenshot for you. You can see it here.
Okay, look here. Y'all see her foot is crossed there? That's where it starts. Okay, she got some point of there. Her leg is crossed, so she, yeah.
The image is pixelated, but we can see what looks like the silhouette of a man here. Does he look familiar? Does he remind you of any one of the Cabo 6? Or could it be someone else altogether? Nazir did state that he called everyone before arriving at the villa because he needed the address. I estimated this call to be sometime around 12:26 p.m. in part 1 of this video series. For more information about this, check out part 1. Caught. Here is what Nazir said about the phone call he made when he landed. Let's take a listen.
I make a phone call. To everybody over there. Like, I need the address. So when doing this phone call, that's the first time I heard that Quilla wasn't feeling good.
It's quite interesting, his choice of words here, you think? Because he says, I made a phone call to everybody over there.
Yeah.
How does he do that? Does he make one call so that he could talk to everyone on speaker? Does he make several calls until someone answered? Or did he make a video call to everybody over there to get the address? Herein lies the question and the suspicion that Nazir may be the mystery man behind the silhouette. Let's take a look at this. I've taken a screenshot from Nazir's Instagram live video. Let's pixelate it and superimpose it with the silhouette from the phone. What do you think? Are you convinced? Is it Nazir? We're going to get into it. We're going to figure out if Nazir is the mystery man on the screen. But before we do, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on updates to this story, breaking news, and so much more. Now let's get into it. Shanquella Robinson, a young, bright entrepreneur, traveled to San José del Cabo on October 28th with 6 others to celebrate birthdays in a luxurious private villa, Villa Linda 32. In less than 24 hours of arriving, Shanquella was found dead in her hotel room. Her travel companions told Shanquella's family and the first responders that Shanquella was not feeling well because she drank too much alcohol. Days later, a video emerged showing Shanquella naked and being brutally assaulted by one of the 6 travel companions, Dejanay Jackson, while at least 3 of the others stood by, video recorded, and incited the assault. In the middle of the video, the silhouette of a man appears on the phone of one.
Y'all see it? There you go, right there. Wow. Okay.
The female travelers, and rumors swarmed about his identity.
Oh, wait a minute. So then that's the FaceTime then. Because we saw the other video that showed they was videotaping. This is actually the proof of the FaceTime. Remember when we thought it was somebody was just videotaping, and then first it was talk about they were on the FaceTime, but this proves that it was FaceTime, because if it was when we saw the one with the video, let me go back up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Get these crap out of here. When we saw the other one that had the video, we actually saw them in the phone shot. This is an actual person. So this to me shows the proof that this is the FaceTime, right? Ain't that FaceTime, y'all? What y'all thinking? All right, here we go. Let's finish on up here.
Many have speculated this to be Nazir. And as you can see here, when comparing Nazir's photo to the silhouette, it has a striking similarity to his build and the ball cap he is seen wearing in his Instagram live video. But is it really him? So far, we have taken a zoomed out look at the contents of the phone by simply observing the silhouette. Let's take a closer look at this silhouette. The first thing we're going to do is isolate the contents on the screen. I've done that here.
Good.
Next, let's increase the size so we can see it better. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is angle the image similar to how it is positioned in the room. If you take a look at the entire picture, you can see that the cameraman is recording from a higher vantage point than the woman. He can look down and see the contents of her phone. Her camera is closer to the eye level of the aggressor than Shanquella. Her camera phone is also to the right of the cameraman and is angled slightly downward.
That's true, because we are looking through the lens of someone else's camera who's videotaping this person FaceTiming. Y'all following this? Right? Because what our view is capturing the attack plus whomever this is with the nails FaceTiming somebody.
We have to reposition the silhouette as best as we can to reflect what she's actually seeing in her phone's camera from her perspective. The image we are seeing is slightly skewed from what she is seeing because we are viewing it from the lens of the cameraman. Since we are seeing her screen at an angle, our perspective will be more narrow than what she's actually seeing. Notice on the silhouette, it looks like the man is outside and the sun is casting a color line in the background that looks like this. Can you see the bright yellow color? It has a wavy shape. I've drawn it here for you. Now let's bring back the original picture from the assault video. And now let's slowly bring back the silhouette from the phone camera. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? The rug's shape lines up. The base of the bed lines up. The sun's color cast matches the shape of the wavy white line. And this part of the silhouette is actually picking up Dejanay's bonnet. And what we thought was a man's ear is actually Shanquella's elbow. These faded shadows are the contents on the bed, and you can even see where Dejanay's leg interrupts the line on the base of the bed. The light colors in Dejanay's pajamas and bonnet are washed out and look like part of the background. The legs of the ladies are also visible here as well. Also, we can see that the color temperatures in the female's camera shows up slightly differently from that of the cameraman's. His yellows are very rich, but hers are very pale. Other telltale signs that she isn't on a video call is the fact that the silhouette actually looks like the man has a phone to his ear. Well, if he's on a video call, he wouldn't have a phone to his ear. Also, with video calls, you would typically see everyone's faces visible on the screen. In this case, we would expect to see the female's face.
So is he on the floor or something? I don't get it. I'm lost again now. I thought I was on top.
In one of the corners on the screen like this. True. So is the female traveler on a video call with Nazir? My answer to that question would be a resounding no. She's not on a call at all. She's actually recording the assault. Let's continue the conversation about it down in the comments.
Wow. I don't know, man. Now what y'all thinking? I'm scratching my head again now. Shoot. All right, you see here. Ree says, we stayed in Cabo this summer. It was Hacienda Edith, gorgeous. Okay. Cool. So they may be FaceTime Nazir. Well, and this lady just said that wasn't what it was. I thought I was for sure that proved that it was his FaceTime. But now, because I'm back at square one again. Yes. Thank you, Courtney. Yes, wow. I think it was Nazir on his way to his flight out of North Carolina. That's Nazir. Isn't that Winter that's holding the phone? I don't know. Y'all, every time I think that I got a little, solid on what's going on here, this here just kind of threw me for a loop here. Maybe he hadn't came in. I was like, what, is he on the floor or something? Like, where is the image coming from then? If it's not a FaceTime. Because, yeah, I don't get it. I'm lost. I think Winter was in the room too. Yeah, because now, okay, so then we know whoever was videotaping that had to be somebody taller. So, I don't know. Let's see, not on FaceTime. Okay, so you don't think it was FaceTime either. That was a good point at the end where, that usually that little extra picture in the back, if you're FaceTiming. But I don't see how it could have been just taking the video because it wouldn't have the one image in there. And, unless they were video with the camp. I don't know, but then they would have been in the video too. I don't know. I'm lost, y'all. Pam says, yes, I truly believe it is FaceTime because the image on the screen is scaled down. It's not like size of full perimeter of the screen. It appears that she is sharing live footage on FaceTime. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what it looked like to me. But let's see. The feds are watching our videos. They watched all of Sweetie Pie's videos. Sweetie Pie, the one where the son had the nephew unalived and was just still walking around with the mom like he didn't do that. Is that what you're talking about? Look at Dejanay's Bigfoot. Wow. Let's see. I'm confused. Me too, Courtney. It was your video. And see, you didn't see the other person's picture in the FaceTime because they apparently in a dark room or area. Baby Sis says, I need to see that last video again. Okay, it's short. We'll play it again because I feel like I kind of got to see it again too. Because my whole thing changed. Like in the beginning, middle part of the video, I was for sure that was FaceTime, and now I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm with you, baby sis. We'll play it again too. That's Elise Hyatt holding the phone with the white tip manicures. Okay, but then the other video showed that all three of them had white nails, so could have been the other one too. And then we ruled out the Dejanay because she was actually doing the assault. Let's see, are Winter and Dejanay a couple? Good question. I don't know. Baby sis says she said what it isn't, but she didn't say what it is. Good one. Oh yeah, I forgot about Elise. Okay, I know him, right? Let's see. A Real Still Bloom says Geraldo Zuinga said it was Kali, Winter, and Dejanay in the room. Kali, Winter, and Dejanay in the room. Yeah, so we definitely need to go ahead and rewind this now. So we saw okay, so Dejanay's in the shot because she's assaulting, and then we know two other people there. Somebody is filming one person doing the thing. So I don't know. Maybe Nazir is calling Elise. Maybe Winter had all white, not just white tip manicures. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. MX said, I believe it was FaceTime to someone, people. One of them recorded the FaceTime, leaked the video, and that's who called Quilla's mom and told her that they were fighting her. Good one. Thank you, MX. See, Baby Sis says, if that wasn't a FaceTime, it would have shown the image in the room. That phone was not showing the image in the room. Yeah, we're going to check it out real quick here. And see, Tamika said, if you have a person stored in your phone and it has a picture, they will still show a person on the screen. It will show their screenshot photo. Alicia Renee says, agreed. Huge foot on Dejanay. Let's see here. Look close. It is the image in the room on the screen. Okay, we're about to do it again, y'all. All right. All right.
Ever since the assault video in the Shanquella Robinson case went viral, rumors have swarmed about a mystery man appearing on the phone screen of one of the Cabo Six. You can see him pop up around the 5 to 8 second mark on the phone screen of one of the ladies who was present during the assault. I've taken a screenshot for you.
All right, here we go. All right, so is she saying that this is this background here? Because how is this image here? If this is that. If this is that, this looks like the person is outside. What y'all saying over here? Help me out here. Let's see here. Winter had the full white set of nails. Elise had the white French tips. Yes, I followed the Sweetie Pie case all the way up to trial. The DA admitted that they were watching the YouTube videos at trial. They used Chronicle Speaks video, to get her explanation of something. Okay, wow. All right, so let me see. Did y'all answer this here? Nazir said he called to get the address to the villa. Oh, so y'all think that's him out there calling to get the address here? All right, let's keep on going here.
see it here. The image is pixelated, but we can see what looks like the silhouette of a man here. Does he look familiar? Does he remind you of any one of the...
All right, let's see here. It's still too blurry. I can't see nothing on that.
Cabo 6, or could it be someone else altogether? Nazir did state that he called everyone before arriving at the villa because he needed the address. I estimated this call to be sometime around 12.
Okay, so okay, it's showing this is how a FaceTime look, right? Got the person that's talking, and then you got the person that they're talking to.
12:26 p.m. in part 1 of this video series. For more information about this, check out part 1, Caught. Here is what Nazir said about the phone call he made when he landed. Let's take a listen.
I make a phone call. I make a phone call to everybody over there. Like I need the address. So during this phone call, that's the first time I heard that Kula wasn't feeling good.
It's quite interesting, his choice of words here, you think? Because he says, I made a phone call to everybody over there. How does he do that? Does he make one call so that he could talk to everyone on speaker? Does he make several calls until someone answered? Or did he make a video call to everybody over there to get the address? Herein lies the question and the suspicion that Nazir may be the mystery man behind the silhouette. Let's take a look at this. I've taken a screenshot from Nazir's Instagram live video. Let's pixelate it and superimpose it with the silhouette from the phone. What do you think? Are you convinced? Is it Nazir? We're going to get into it. We're going to figure out if Nazir is the mystery man on the screen. But before we do, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on updates.
Let's see what y'all saying over here. All right, let's see what y'all saying over here. She blew his screen up. You think that was the screen being blown up? It's blurry picture of the room. Okay. Yes. I wonder if they destroyed their phones. Well, the FBI could still get those IP addresses and they could, retrieve all that stuff. It's in the cloud. They got it. They can get it. Let's see. Okay. Yep, looks like he has white linen shirt with white Kango hat. Wow. Unless he's calling in the AM, that's not him. It's someone else recording the attack. Look at the sun on the wall, okay? You see, it looks like him to me. Let's see. Nazir did not know the address he was going to. He is a mother freaking lie. He is the birthday guy and he does not know where he's invited to. Yes, that's a good point there. It's probably him trying to give himself a good alibi and kind of distance himself for this whole thing. That's a good point there. The person on the other end may have purposely turned off the light so their image wouldn't show on the screen in case she was screen recording or taking a screenshot. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, I have an iPhone and I can blow the other person's screen up. Okay. All right, so let's get on back to it here. I definitely able to see more this second time around.
To this story, breaking news, and so much more. Now let's get into it. Shanquella Robinson, a young, bright entrepreneur, traveled to San José del Cabo on October 28th with 6 others to celebrate birthdays in a luxurious private villa, Villa Linda 32. In less than 24 hours of arriving, Shanquella was found dead in her hotel room. Her travel companions told Shanquella's family and the first responders that Shanquella was not feeling well because she drank too much alcohol. Days later, a video emerged showing Shanquella naked and being brutally assaulted by one of the 6 travel companions, Dejanay Jackson, while at least 3 of the others stood by, video recorded, and incited the assault. In the middle of the video, the silhouette of a man appeared.
Okay. So this person can't possibly be videotaping it because the image we see on their phone, this has to be them FaceTiming somebody. Unless I don't get it. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like the image of the person up here could be blacked out, right? So this still, to me, I feel like this is a FaceTime video. A FaceTime video. What y'all thinking over there?
Appears on the phone of one of the female travelers, and rumors swarmed about his identity. Many have speculated this to be Nazir. And as you can see here, when comparing Nazir's photo to the silhouette, it has a striking similarity to his build and the ball cap he is seen wearing in his Instagram live video. But is it really him? So far, we have taken a zoomed out look at the contents of the phone by simply observing the silhouette. Let's take a closer look at this silhouette. The first thing we're going to do is isolate the contents on the screen. I've done that here. Next, let's increase the size so we can see it better. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is angle the image similar to how it is positioned in the room. If you take a look at the entire picture, you can see that the cameraman is recording from a higher vantage.
Okay, that's from what we're at.
Point than the woman. He can look down and see the contents of her phone. Her camera is closer to.
Okay, these nails look all white, right? Did that look like the all white nails, y'all? Can y'all tell that? I don't know.
To the eye level of the aggressor and Shanquella. Her camera phone is also to the right of the cameraman and is angled slightly downward. So we have to reposition the silhouette as best as we can to reflect what she's actually seeing in her phone's camera from her perspective. The image we are seeing is slightly skewed from what she is seeing because we are viewing it from the lens of the cameraman. Since we are seeing her screen at an angle, our perspective will be more narrow than what she's actually seeing. Notice on the silhouette, it looks like the man is outside and the sun is casting a color line in the background that looks like this. Can you see the bright yellow color? Has a wavy shape? I've drawn it here for you. Now let's bring back the original picture from the assault video. And now let's slowly bring back the silhouette from the phone camera. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? The rug's shape lines up, the base of the bed lines up, the sun's color cast matches the shape of the wavy white line, and this part of the silhouette is actually picking up Dejanay's bonnet. And what we thought was a man's ear is actually Shanquella's elbow. These faded shadows are the contents on the bed, and you can even see where Dejanay's leg interrupts.
Oh, so she's saying that that's not a man at all on the phone, that's what? I'm lost again.
The line
on
the base of the bed.
Whatever.
The light colors in Dejanay's pajamas and bonnet are washed out and look like a part of the background. The legs of the ladies are also visible here as well. Also, we can see that the color temperatures in the female's camera shows up slightly differently from that of the cameraman's. His yellows are very rich, but hers are very pale. Other telltale signs that she isn't on a video call is the fact that the silhouette actually looks like the man has a phone to his ear. Well, if he's on a video call, he wouldn't have a phone to his ear. Also with video calls, you would typically see everyone's faces visible on the screen. In this case, we would expect to see the female's face in one of the corners on the screen like this. So, is the female traveler on a video call with Nazir? My answer to that question would be a resounding no.
That didn't help me at all, y'all. I'm still just as lost. Still just as lost. That I didn't get any help out of that. I don't know. I don't know. All right, Pam says the person on the other end may have purposely turned off the light so their image wouldn't show on the screen in case she was screen recording the screenshot. Yes. Let's see. Yes. Okay, I've read that too. Okay, y'all are saying that the image could be blown up on the form. It says Nazir's mouth is full of horse manure. That is how he sounds. Yes, you can totally hear all the lies. It says Eye of the Storm Pro Productions. Hello, welcome. It says the video you're watching debunks the whole screen person theory. I just watched it. They are videotaping it. Okay. See, Riley said maybe Kylie was recording. Notice all that space between the image and the perimeter on the screen. Yeah. The silhouette looks like Nazir without the cap. The image on the phone is not the image of the room. Okay, thank you. I was like, okay. Hopefully that's not what they were trying to say. Let's see here. Cyrus Ross says someone would have to be recording him while he's on the phone. Okay. Yeah, I'm still lost on, what went down on that. I don't know. Riley says that's right. And so Courtney said, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. That was not there 100%. It was not as soon as the unaliving happened. Yeah. So is it the room? I know, like I said, I'm back at square one. I don't even know. I don't know. Was she watching a video of something else? I don't know. I'm back more lost than before. That's not a silhouette. It's a blurry picture of the room sharing live footage. Oh. Pam, you might be on to something here. It says Eye of the Storm Pro Productions. If any other video exists, is from that phone, just a different angle. Okay. At all. All right. The silhouette does look like Nazir with the cap on. Yeah, a little bit, huh? It makes me cross-eyed. Now I see both. Just that gets crazier by the day. Let's see that part. Okay. The person with the phone could possibly be sitting down. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, so is somebody under her? So it's like, she is taping the thing. I don't know. Let's see here. Articulations was on point. Regular recording would fill the screen. Yeah, that's true. A regular recording would fill up the screen. Good point. Let's see. Baby Sis says, I'm going to skip over this weird image on that phone and stick with what I know I saw. A brutal, vicious beating resulting in loss of life. I want to see justice now. Thank you, Baby Sis. That woman's opinion is her own. That silhouette looked like Nazir. Let's see. It is the room. This happened in the AM before Nazir hadn't left yet. Yeah, that's true. It's another interesting theory. It is. They all were recording the attack. Yeah, I felt like that was part of whatever little ritual or whatever they were doing there that, they all had to do it. The horror of the fooler frickery. Tamika said, split image. Okay, I understand what the other person was saying. It was second to second. It was recorded off a phone. Just so you know, we're 10 minutes behind. Okay, now I'm all caught up, y'all. 1:07. Let's see how bad. Oh, I'm right on time. I'm on time. I'm good. All right, so we're 10 minutes behind. All right, so here, y'all, we've been going for 3 hours or almost 3 hours. Let me see if there's one more small something, or let me drop the link. That way, if y'all want to come up and give a testimony or have something that you got to say, we can do that, and then we'll turn in, we'll close out, and we'll reconvene on tomorrow. All right, so I'm dropping a link for anybody who's got something to get off of their chest, or have a testimony, or need to say something. We're opening up the lines. All right. And otherwise, then we'll just, get ready to start wrapping this up. Like I said, we already did 3 hours. Let's see. Here's a new name. I haven't seen this name before. Okay. Cyrus Ross said, if Nazir was on the phone, someone with him was FaceTiming with her. Okay, because I'm trying to think about like what happens when I'm FaceTime. I'm FaceTiming. I see the person I'm FaceTiming with. And I think I see myself too. All right, so I don't know. I'm lost on that one, y'all. I really don't. Nazir could be FaceTiming during Dallas Connection. But he was outside, so it looked like he was outside. So most of the time, if whenever I'm flying and I don't usually leave outside of the airport, to get to your next terminal. So I don't know. Yeah, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you, Tamika. Let me see what these likes is looking like. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, the likes are okay. I could do for some more likes, but I'm sleepy and I'm not gonna push y'all too hard. I really just want to say again, now I want to thank all the new subscribers, all the new people that's been following me and continuing to help us keep justice for Shanquilla alive. Yeah. We got some more stuff here. Pam said, it wasn't a picture of outdoors. It was the well-lit room. Okay. Y'all not going to make me go through this a third time on that video. But like now I feel like I got to go see it again. That's a good one. Y'all keep coming, bringing up some more stuff here. I say, but a FaceTiming wouldn't the user point at the fight? Yeah, then it would be a smaller image. See, are you going live tomorrow? Yes, I'm going live tomorrow. So, we're trying to come up with our times and stuff like that. And the people that had told me the time last time aren't even in the chat. Some of y'all was saying, y'all want to meet like at 10. I don't know what y'all feeling. What times, work for you? I'm here on Central Time. So like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I don't know. What y'all thinking here? Let's see here. Right. Unless he is a smoker. You can enlarge the image and she was aimed at the assault. The likes will come because you are fire. Thank you so much, Keisha. I appreciate that. Let's see here. I'm confused with FaceTime and I'm an Android user. We need to stay on them. A reflection, I know what you are saying. Reflections on the wall. Yeah. But it looked too much like a like a real video and not a reflection. I don't know. But you cannot enlarge it to full size on the screen. That's why it's still scaled down. I know y'all coming back and forth with these good points. These are good points. 10, so y'all own that for the 10. Because, yeah, so like what we did tonight. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm a FaceTime user. Yeah, me too. I'm a FaceTime user. As a matter of fact, I had just FaceTime my son the other day for my birthday. And yeah. See, so 10 sounds good. Say, I'm here. I suggested 10 p.m. for the West Coast subscribers. Okay. All right. Thank you, MMAC. Yeah, okay. It'll be 7 p.m. there. It's totally up to you. You're the majority of the chat. Yeah, I want, I'm happy to do 10. That's good. That way, I could take a nap. And then if we go longer than the 3 hours, we could do that too. Because I'll be ready. And like I said, I used to work the night shift. So staying up all night ain't no thing to me. All right. So let's see here. Maybe Nazir had 2 phones. He was calling a taxi while he was FaceTiming at the same time. Oh, we grasping, y'all. Let's see here. Ernie says, have a peaceful night. Sleep my queen. Thank you so much. Thank you for all that you do, and God bless you. Thank you so much, Ernie. Yes. So, yeah, we'll do this tomorrow again at 10 p.m. Cool chat. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. So we do it tomorrow, and we'll see about if we can kind of try to figure out some real answers on that. Because like I said, I thought I had the answer, and then all of a sudden come back over here, and now I'm unsure again. Oh, another new name. Tajma says good night. Good night, Tajma, and thank you and welcome too for coming here. All right. Hella cool chat. Thank you so much. Y'all just really very encouraging, and I appreciate all this love and support. Thank you so much. Have you watched the lead attorney's video with Geraldo? I want to say I did. Or maybe, I don't know. But we can do his video the next time. I haven't done any of Lead Attorney's video. Let's see. All right. So justice for Shanquella. And again, let me give y'all big hugs and loves and all that good stuff. And y'all stay safe and keep, okay, we got some more new. No, this not new. All right, good night. Thank y'all so much for the good nights and the well wishes and all that good stuff. Love the vibes, and I'm going to try to FaceTime tonight with hubby phone. Okay, and let us know the theory. See if we can prove that theory. Again, thank y'all so much for the new subscribers, and please, if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will see y'all tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel. Peace and love. Night, night, y'all.